you turn it down.
Big anaconda, count a whole lot of. Keep me some cash, cool matata. Whipping it jet, this not a monster. I need some air, who got a dollar? Who got a problem? Hit all the pins, who got the chopper? Once hit the game, fly helicopter. 21 foreigns, part of the copper. Do some tough shotters, you dress like a rookie. Spot on my hoodie, niggas too boogie. We kill the boogies. I need a jet, I'm at the boogie. My bitch bad, had to her pussy. Throw it in tussies. She want the game, but ain't nobody losing. Carpet all blue, just like Nipsey and Tuki. I'm with this hoochie, I'm deep in a coochie. He don't eat sushi. Never on time, it don't start till I land. Came with my brother, he fresh out the can. Pull up on thug, my man, 100 grand. Slimy, spilling, I slap with his hands. Man, put so much water, thought I'd pop me a Zan. Reach for this chain, I'ma pop me a nigga. Reach in the top, I was stuck in the middle. Don't talk the cost, but I tell you a riddle. Hit up the lawyer, no public defender. Shit get colossal, it used to be little. Shit get colossal, it used to be little. Rich like a monster, my exes is bench. Baby got pillows, I don't talkin' pillows. Drive a Biscotti, ain't no vacuum sealer. Deal with the guys, cause ain't nobody realer. Big anaconda, count a whole lot of. Keep me some cash, cool matata. Whipping it jet, this not a monster. I need some air, who got a dollar? Who got a problem? Hit all the pins, who got the chopper? Once hit the game, fly helicopter. 21 foreigns, part of the copper. Do some tough shotters.
Weezy out of here.
Count a whole lot of. Keep me some cash, cool matata. Whipping it jet, this not a monster. I need some air, who got a dollar? Who got a problem? Hit all the pins, who got the chopper? Once hit the game, fly helicopter. 21 foreigns, part of the copper. Do some tough shotters.
I can see that bullshit from a mile away. See it. You can step my money about a mile away. Stack it. I got 3 white bitches like it's powder day. What? Mink coat with them rolls like a Sharpay. And all of my bitches says they call them Barbies. She looking back like I'm flexing, baby, no way. And lately I've been on we that juice. Me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Money on my money, I got money on my rings. Money in my pants, I got money, I gon' change. 20, 50, 100 million made. On a double, streaming, read it, Gucci Mane. If I need some rats, I'ma flip me some packs. I talk like I want it, she don't say nothing back. If cops pull up, I put that crack in my crack. Or I put that brack in my brack. Call a shorty, made her fuck on my brody. If you don't owe me, bitch, still act like you owe me. I promise I won't ever quit, bitch, I'm Kobe. And I will that white, you can snow me. Snow that young thug, I whip it, that bitch, that you know me, young thug. Yeah, she shining like butter, the bitch from Chicago, I call her young Cutler. Leave it to people, I pull up in Billies with Latin, they all wanna meet. Yeah, they all wanna agree, don't need put out their pants and they all wanna read them. No, they won't tease on that dick, they won't read on that dick, they won't leash on that dick. Don't Felicia that dick, mama see to that dick, they won't snitch on that dick. And she screaming loud, she can't secret that dick. Mama a beast on that dick, if she bad, I'ma go in 4 seasons that bitch. What? Eat that little bitch, I'ma feast that little bitch. Me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Money on my money, I got money on my rings. money in my pants. I got money, I gon' change. 20, 50, 100, 500 million, man. Hey, I'm a thugger, streaming, really, switching back, yeah. Bitch, I'm amigo, I play with Kilo. When I put ice on, I am Sub-Zero. All of my niggas, they hard, call them Beatles. Niggas was facing, I kept me a Ruger and Regal. Dropping the top on the Bentley, I'm with the Birdman, yeah, the Eagle. Keep that my man, I'm chewing out, I don't know none of these people. Let my little shawty go get me a 4 and bring back me a leader. Yes, I got trust, I'm not worried about that. They know they can get wet, and I swear I done got me a check, I got a check. Yeah, I done got me a check, I got a check.
Warning. The following content contains strong language and may not be suitable for children. This content is primarily for adults, as this is a trucking channel and truckers have filthy mouths. Please don't tweak if I say. Viewer discretion is advised.
Sweet.
All right, what's going on? What is going on? I am back. Apologize about the stream earlier. I tweaked out and hit a button and accidentally deleted the stream in the midst of the stream. So I don't know. I was tweaking, and Buddy was in the middle of talking, and I couldn't put the stream back up because I needed to leave and go do something. I had an engagement that I had to attend, so I'm making up for it now. All right. Happy 420 to all the 420ans out there. Now, not the 420 people that y'all may be thinking about. I'm not talking about the weed smoking 420. I'm talking about the money 420. Now, the money people know what 420 means to a person like me. It ain't got nothing to do with weed. So if you know what I'm talking about, then you know. If you don't, then you need to know. If you don't know, that means you not in the know, if you dig what I'm saying. So what's going on? Come on in. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Let me know where you guys checking in from. All right, we're gonna just continue the conversation that we was having earlier. So I'm not gonna be on long, but if the gentleman that was on when I ended the stream, when it got cut off, if you watching, you can feel free to come on in. I don't know what is going on with YouTube and my notifications, man. I think YouTube is tweaking on me. I think I'm part of the what's that shit Andrew Tate be talking about? I'm not a part of the Matrix, or what is it when you when they like silence you or whatever, put you in the what is that called on the internet? Shadow ban. I think they shadow banned me, man. I think they upset with me, man. Somebody reported me and they shadow banned me. So you may not be getting the notifications. It is what it is. So you just gotta, I don't know, catch the replay or something. But come on in. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Let me know where you're checking in from. I did post it on Instagram. Hold on, let's see. Just want to make sure I posted it on Instagram. Maybe I should have went live on Instagram too. I wonder if I can add it now. Let's see. Instagram. Yes, up. All right. So look, whoever was that was talking earlier, if you want to call in, I got this notification mark. I just turned it off and on again. Okay, cool. All right. Whoever that guy was that was in the midst of talking earlier, the guy with the dreads, if you watching, feel free to give a call back. And anybody that was in the back room earlier when I accidentally deleted the live, feel free to call back in as well. Sorry about that. Sorry about that earlier. All right, so cool. You got the notification. Shout out to Kelvin Birch. Shout out to Jonathan. Shout out to Israel. Great Polo, It's the Walt, moderators, Vito, Kelvin Birch, Corey Jackson, DG Got Hustle, Taurine, Big Hearn, what up, what up, what up? Come on in. Just picking up the conversation where we left. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. If the conversation don't pick up from where it left off earlier, then we'll just reconvene next Friday. Until then, we got 420. Not the 420 for the weed smokers. We got a big fight tomorrow. I'm seeing if I want to place me a nice wager. Other than that, that's all I got going on. Looking to place me a nice wager on this fight. I got Haney. So looking to see where I can place me a wager at. I'm placing me a wager. What fight is it? It's Haney versus Garcia. Haney versus Garcia tomorrow. Tomorrow. I got Haney. All right, link pinned to the top of the chat. See what we got going on. Call in show. Link pinned to the top of the chat. I see it's a lot of people live tonight. Not in the box truck space. I'm just speaking in general. I'm just scrolling through YouTube. It's a lot of people live. All right, link pinned to the top of the chat. Come on in. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I did schedule it for 9, so a lot of people probably saw that 9:09. So come on in. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Let me know where you guys are checking in from. Call-in show, makeup from earlier today, free coaching, so on and so forth. Hit the link. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Shout out to Frank. Appreciate you. D. Jenkins, Shadow Band. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Haney all day, but Haney can't beat Tank Davis. No offense. No offense taken. We'll cross that bridge if we ever get to it. Then I decide who I want to place my bet on. I like Devin Haney. I've been following him since he was like 16, like 15 and 16. But I know he got tomorrow, so I'm gonna place me a bet. Probably tonight or in the morning. I'm gonna bet on Haney and pick me up some easy money. I gotta see what the odds is. Pick me up some easy money on that fight tomorrow. All right, call-in show, link pinned to the top of the chat. Just a continuation from earlier when I accidentally deleted the live in the midst of the live. Who's your favorite boxer of all time? Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, because that's who I watched growing up. Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, but Mike Tyson. I like Ali too, but big Mike Tyson fan. When I think of boxing, growing up, the first person that comes to mind is Mike Tyson. So Mike Tyson. But yeah, Mike Tyson. You said you never seen who in the ring? Haney? Haney is good. I don't know what's up with Ryan Garcia. I don't know if he's putting on an act. I don't know if he's tweaking for real. I don't know if he's been to one too many Diddy parties and they done slipped a Mickey in his drink and it's done messed him up mentally. I don't know if he's doing it to get into Devin Haney's head. I don't know, but he's been kind of tweaking out the past couple months. So we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. So, but I'm gonna put a bet on Haney, and hopefully Haney come through with the win. You said he's going through mental health stages. I don't know, man. I think it's an act. To be honest with you, I think it's an act. I don't think nothing wrong with him. I think he's just putting on an act in preparation for the fight. I don't think anything is wrong with him, to be honest with you. Yep, never seen Haney. Garcia been tweaking past the doorstop. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Garcia. He been tweaking ever since the Tank fight. He been tweaking ever since the Tank fight, pretty much. I don't know who tweak harder between him and Rolly. Like, as far as when I watch boxers, as far as like the press conferences and shit like that for entertainment, between him and Rolly, they give you the best entertainment. You said Ryan tweaked out. That's why he gonna win. Man, I don't think he gonna win. I think he gonna get knocked down just like Tank did him. To be honest with you, I like that. I like Devin Haney. I like Haney. So, yeah, I like Haney. All right, call in show. Anybody calling in? Damn, man, YouTube tweaking with me, man. They tweaking with me, boy. I don't know what I did to YouTube. It's all good. I think the ops got to me. The ops must have got to me. They must have told YouTube that I was over here telling people the right things, and it's not good for YouTube's algorithm. It's not good for the advertisers. Rolly is a punching bag. Yeah, Rolly. I don't know. I think Rolly done in boxing. I think his career is over with. D. Jenkins said you might have to put some money like Haney. Yeah, I like Haney too. I like Bud Crawford. I like Bud. I like Haney. Who else? Tank. Boxing ain't what it used to be. It's definitely not what it used to be. The heavyweight division is just horrible right now. I think Fury still holding on to the belt. He's been a champion for like 3 years. I don't even think he fought. I don't even know if he fought. That's how boring the heavyweight division is. I don't even know who's in it besides Fury and Wilder. So you like Haney in 6? When did how many rounds did he go with Tank? How many rounds did he go with Tank? Like 7? Said UFC is better than boxing. If you like, I'm not really a big fan of UFC. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan. He said 6 rounds. If Tank got him down in 6, yeah, I could see 7. I could see 7 or it going the distance. Yeah, I'm not sold on him, being mentally messed up. I think it's an act. Mr. Marr, how can you best put your business out there on social media networks? Build social media pages. Do an Instagram page. Do a Facebook page. Do a TikTok if you want. Build a website for your company. I would build one. If you don't want to spend the money, you could build it on your own. So a website, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok if you want. Build a website, and then you could utilize Facebook to run ads, or you can boost your posts, boost your posts, be creative. That's something I never really got into, was social media, because I was old school with it. So a website, but by the time like social media marketing really became popular, I already was booming and busting. But now you kind of need it. So yeah, those 3 things, and then just promote them. If you want to spend some money to promote them, you could do that as well. Target marketing. Said Shakur Stevens. Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of Shakur Stevens. UFC is some BS. Jake Paul showed everybody. Now that's another fight. I got money on Mike. I want to put money on Mike. A lot of people thought Jake Paul was going to do Mike dirty. I think Mike going to actually upset Jake Paul. I think Mike going to upset Jake Paul. Can you do that marketing on Craigslist? Yeah, I mean, you can post ads on Craigslist. Craigslist ain't what it used to be though. It's a lot of Craigslist is pretty much spammy now, and it's kind of sketchy. So I would say, depending on what Craigslist is like in your market, just tread lightly. But Craigslist ain't what it used to be. So it's sketchy and spammy from the service provider side, but then on the consumer side too, it's kind of risky. It's a certain type of customer that's going and looking for service providers on Craigslist. So you want to be kind of leery of that. You don't want to book a job from somebody off Craigslist, complete the job, and then at the end of the job don't get paid. So it's sketchy on both sides. So I would kind of, me personally, in today's time, I would kind of steer clear of Craigslist, to be honest with you. Not really a big fan of it no more. Just look back at Mike versus Roy Jones. Mike can't read his entertainment contract. Iron Mike plus Mike. Yeah, I got Mike. Yeah, I've been watching Mike training, man. Mike looked good. He said he stopped smoking. He want to be irritable. Like, he doing everything he need to do to go into the ring angry. So I just want to see Jake Paul lose, to be honest with you. I don't care who his opponent is. I mean, if it's Mike, yeah, I want Mike to win, but I wouldn't care really who was on the other side. I just want Jake Paul to lose. I'm not really a big fan of Jake Paul like that, so I just don't like him. I think he's I'm not knocking him because he found a lane, he found a void, and if he can make a shit ton of money doing exhibition boxing, you can't knock the hustle. But I don't like the fact that he's been picking people that he know he can beat. Like, he's picking up a bag along the way, which is fine, but I think Mike Tyson is going to be his toughest challenge. I want to see him fight a real boxer. Like, pretty much everybody he's fought aren't real boxers. Now, Mike is old, but Mike look good, man. I think Mike can get him. Mike still packing velocity and power behind his punches. Plus, he always been elusive, hard to hit. Yeah, I like Mike. I like Tyson. I've been watching him train. Man. He look good. Reason I asked about doing Craigslist because I wanted to deliver IKEA products. Hey, man, this is a call-in show. You can hit the link on top of the chinat. You dig what I'm saying? Reason I asked about doing Craigslist because I wanted to deliver IKEA products because you acknowledged about delivery for $150. Well, you don't have to post it on Craigslist. You could build a website or you could build a Facebook page, and you could do target ad marketing on Facebook and Instagram. You don't have to target those customers on Craigslist. Me personally, I'm telling you, I would stay away from Craigslist. You don't want to go out, do a job, and then don't get paid for it. So Craigslist is kind of sketchy nowadays. Mark, you think it's too late to hit up T-Force Capstone? They had some ads in the spring, but they took them down. I was just going to push up on them and let them know I'm trying to work. Yeah, I don't think it's too late. I mean, it's April. I mean, volume is picking up, so it don't hurt to ask. CDLB license will work on a regular box truck. Yeah, you don't even need a CDLB. But yeah, if you got a CDLB, that works fine. You could actually go out and purchase a CDL box truck with that license. So, he said he knocked out Nate Robinson. Yeah, Nate Robinson was a basketball player. Nate A. Robinson, a basketball player. All right, call-in show, man. I might just go ahead and end it, man. I don't think nobody gonna call up, man. I don't think nobody gonna call. Do I got this on? No, I got it on public. Yeah, so I think yeah, I like Tyson. Yep. So all right, link pinned to the top of the chat. Let's see if we can pick the conversation up from earlier when I accidentally ended the live by mistake by deleting it. I forgot it was Friday. I probably should have waited till next week. Let me see something real quick. All right. We got CDLB. Have you ever done a show on reefer contracts? Nope. There was a guy here earlier that does reefers. The older guy that was on the stream earlier, he does reefer trucks. He does pretty well. I've never done reefer trucks though, so I really don't know the ins and outs of reefer trucks, reefer contracts. What was the conversation earlier? It was just like this. It was a call-in show. But I accidentally ended it. I was pressed the button by mistake and went to click one button and clicked the button that deleted the live while the live was live, and it kind of ended it abruptly. And I didn't want to create a new live because I needed to make a run. So I said if I got back home in time, I would, because it was actually a guy up here, the guy with dreads, and I kind of just like cut him off. So I know he probably was tweaking like, damn, what happened? So I kind of wanted to make up for it. I remember the old guy from earlier. I remember when he first came on here a year ago. Yeah, that guy, he does well. He likes to throw his numbers out there about how much money his reefer trucks do. But yeah, he does reefer trucks. He said he got a contract with the farmers market. So he said his trucks do exceptionally well. So other than that, the information that he has, that's the best, you'll get on this channel, because I really don't have any knowledge or no history or nothing with reefer trucks. So, don't know about contracts for them, don't know nothing about reefer. So so yeah. And that guy, he don't like to really give out information either. A lot of people, every time he come on and he talk about them reefer trucks and he gets to throwing around them numbers, I get a bunch of DMs. I get a bunch of people hit me in the DM, a bunch of people commenting under the video like, man, can you link me up with Buddy? Can you link me up with Buddy? Can you link me up with Buddy? And, he's not a internet savvy type of guy. When he catches me on live, like every blue moon, when he happens to just be scrolling YouTube, if I'm on, he'll hit the link and come up. But he's not the guy that, if I, shoot, I don't even know how to get in contact with him. Every time we talk on the live, it always ends abruptly because his signal is not really all the way good. So we don't even say farewell the correct way, because every time he comes on, it's always a signal. Like he'll talk and then we'll get disconnected. So, but yeah, a lot of people ask me about that guy because he be throwing out them big numbers. Yeah, make 365,000. Yeah, my trucks make 15,000 a week. So, you know how when people throw out them big numbers, a lot of people that's looking to get into this business, that just captures them, and then they just want to know more. So yeah. That was the conversation, right? He said he's slinging them birds. It wasn't me. I have dreadlocks as well. There was a guy earlier. He had locks, and right when he was getting into the nitty gritty, I hit a button and tweaked out and just deleted the whole live. So there was some stuff I wanted to pull from that live too. We talked to a guy from Chicago. It was a decent little live. That's the second time I did that, man. I don't know what I'll be tweaking on. Said, let's get Juan and his boss. Yeah, Juan usually be watching the show. I don't know what's up with Juan. Juan usually be watching the show. I found a couple reefer jobs. You have to dig for them, Mark. I'm pretty sure you do. Yeah, I'm just not really knowledgeable on reefer. The reefer lane. I'm starting to notice people going back to withholding info. I don't know if that's good or bad. What you think? You talking about content creators? I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak from a content creator point of view, as far as creating content and being active in the space at the same time. Like I said, all those years when I was active, when this whole community was being created, I don't even know what year, let's say, box truck content was created on YouTube, but whenever that was, I was consumed and entrenched in the business. Even the last 3 years, even if I would have found out about this community, let's say in 2020, there's no way I would have been able to create content because I was just too busy. The last year when things were winding down, I was introduced to it and I slowly started creating content, but it was far and few between until I finally was out all the way, and then I picked it up more. I think if I was active and doing content at the same time, I think I would give the same amount of information that I give now, because I don't look at people as competition. The only reason I can see people that create content withholding information is because they want to sell it. A lot of people say the game is to be sold and not told. I could agree with that in some aspects, but I think when it comes to like information that can be passed along to ultimately benefit someone else, I say share the knowledge. Some people feel threatened by sharing information. I remember my OG always told me, that, like if you go into the corporate world and things like that, if you come in and you have superiors that are over you and they see that you're smarter than them, they'll purposely try to suppress you because ultimately you could end up taking their job and being their boss. So that could also be the thing, but I don't really even think that's the thing. I just think ultimately when it comes to content creation, people withhold information is because ultimately they want to sell it to you. That's it, and that's all. It's unfortunate the way you combat that, or the way I combat it, is just by giving out the information for free. A lot of the information that I give out, and the way I do my content is from a different perspective than a lot of, well, damn near from everybody else. I always present my content from an economical standpoint. I saw a void and I took advantage of it, and I know that I'm the best at it. As far as forecasting and, telling people what to expect down the line. I've been doing it long enough, and I have a track record of doing it effectively that people, whether they like me or don't, they know that I know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, that's what I see. Now, why are they doing it now? I don't know. I don't watch other people's content. I unsubscribe to everybody at the beginning of the year, so I don't even. None of that shit is even in my uh recommended. So why would I don't know? You saying people withholding information. I don't know why people would be doing it now. So I don't know, but maybe they want to sell you something. So might be a casualty of bad info being spread over the years. Well, here's the thing. If you putting out information and then there's somebody else that's putting out opposite information, now a person that's consuming content from two perspectives talking about the same thing, and one person is saying one thing and the other person is saying another thing, now it's like both of us can't be right if we coming from opposite sides of the track and we saying opposite things. So now the person who's watching the content, which is the consumer, they looking to see who's going to be right. Now if a person's putting out content and it's the opposite from the other person, they are creating a track record of being wrong, then they just not gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what's going on. Truth. I don't know. When you have, uh, novice, right? Novice that are in a space and it's more novice than experience, and you got a group of novice putting out information, and then you got novice consuming this information. There's and no experience there. It's like the blind leading the blind. But then when you have experience that gets thrown into the fold, and they're putting out shit from a totally different perspective, it gives it now you got that competition. So now it's not monopolized anymore. A person can say, all right, well, it's just like going to the shelf. All right, do I want to get Coke or do I want to get Pepsi? To me, they both taste the same, right? But you know what? This week Coke is on sale. All right, I will go with Coke this week. You know what I'm saying? So a person could come now and you got two different perspectives. You got one person saying one thing, another person saying something else, but it's pertaining to the same thing. A person gonna see which person is right. And then if a person has a track record of being right and providing good information, a person takes that information and they go apply it and they see it's beneficial for them versus the person who's been putting out information, but they were once in the space, let's say, without any I don't want to say opposition, but without any I don't even want to say competition, but without any, they were in a space and they kind of like monopolized the space because there was no other individual in the space putting out information that kind of combated what they were saying, you know. Maybe that's why. I don't know. You said it might be transportation in general. I was reading up on the intermodal lane, and their rates are dropping to the point that it's hurting the owner ops in that lane too. So that's something I've talked about in the past. I think owner ops that are in semi trucking are just hurting in general now. I think that lane has flipped. You know, once upon a time, the owner ops were the ones bragging about how much money they make, and the company drivers were always complaining about how they weren't making a lot of money. Right now, company drivers are winning, and owner ops are the ones that are complaining. So now, as far as intermodal lane, as far as the rates, yeah, that's an owner op thing because you know I got guys here that do intermodal locally and they checking a bag, but they company drivers. You know, they company drivers. So I think the tables have turned. You know, uh, Well, I believe with inflation and link pin to the top of the chat too. So call and show. Link pin to the top of the chat. Link pin to the top of the chat. Well, I believe with the inflation and the wars going on, I believe you have to get loads as much as you can now because everything is going up in prices. I think if opportunity presents itself, I think you should work. Uh, I think now ain't the time to be lazy. I think now is the time to work as much as you can and save as much as you can if possible. You said to me, it's not the information, it's the clickbait. I made 1 million an hour on a bike. Well, it's like I always tell people, you got people that are here to help and you got people that are here to earn, So when you see titles like that, it can you just obviously know that that's a person that's here to earn. That just is what it is. People use YouTube to earn. Some people use it to give information. So, it's to me it's easy to decipher between what's what. The price is not going to go high soon, so the price is what it is, and I believe. So, what's high to you? If you're talking about high, as far as pandemic high, the prices will never go that high. I think what you see is what you get. I think what you see now is the new norm. High, in order for prices to go high, depending on what you think is high, then one or two things are going to have to happen. Either volume is going to have to skyrocket or supply is going to have to bottom out. And I don't see either one of those happening anytime soon. So as long as inflation stays where it's at, as long as people can't afford, frivolous things and excess things anymore, as long as people keep consuming content and getting into the space and just taking up excess space, not really knowing what they're doing, bringing more competition into the space, then I don't see it getting any better. I think people just need to be focused on what's out there right now and get accustomed to what's going on out there right now. I just think what you see is what you get right about now. So what do I think about diesel prices rising? Yeah, I hear you. It will keep climbing on the West. So as long as we stay in war, and if we fully get blown out in the war, yeah, it's really gonna go up. So what's going on, Kelvin?
Not much, Mark. I was mentioning about the pandemic high because, you acknowledged about the prices of, on yesterday's live, which I thought was a good one, about, folks getting the prices out from the low board. I mean, as you acknowledge, it's going to stay where it is. I mean, I know a lot of people cannot deny a lot of these lows now since this war is going on. I mean, the longer the war is, the price is going to remain the same unless it be a cease up in that war, and it's going to get worse beyond the way. As long as U.S. don't get involved on it, I guess it is going to be what it is at this time.
We already involved. We involved in everything. We can't mind our own business, but the rates ain't the rates because of the war. The rates was the rates. Well, for this war, the rates was the rates prior to these last two wars, but as far as the Ukrainian and Russian war, the rates started to slide after that, right? Obviously because the market was correcting itself. This is the correction. What you living in right now is the correction. Like the shit that was going on during the pandemic wasn't sustainable. That wasn't going to last forever. It's unfortunate that people didn't know that or couldn't read that or couldn't see that, or they were being misled because you had a lot of people in the space that were just getting into the space then that really don't understand economics, and they still don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because if they understood it, they would preach it and talk about it on their channel because it shows their subscribers that they're smart, and obviously the smarter you are, you know, the more people that are going to listen to you, right? Because they're coming to you to consume information to begin with. So I don't really see how you can teach anybody about something like this if you don't understand that part of the business. But, you know, they weren't educating people on this. You know what I'm saying? I say it all the time, it was a bubble.
Yeah.
The bubble gonna burst. Like that shit wasn't gonna stay that way forever. The market was gonna correct itself. Now, how the market corrects itself all depends. You know what I'm saying? But more times than not, it never goes back to the way that it was prior to when the bubble was created. Now, the way it corrected itself this time, it corrected itself to a point where we at now because you still got an overabundance of supply. This supply that's here right now wasn't here prior to the pandemic. So the correction that a lot of people think it was going to happen prior to the pandemic, you're not going to get that correction because the metrics aren't the same.
So you still think there's more supplies here in this country because of that pandemic? They ain't going to get rid of it no time soon, huh?
It's not going to dwindle down to the point. Here's the thing. It's never going to get to where it was prior to the pandemic because you still got people coming in. You got people coming out, like a big bulk of people came out in 2022 and 2023, and there's still people failing now, but there's still an overabundance of supply, right? That, you know, is nowhere, you know, near the demand. The demand has dwindled and the supply is still high.
But the question is, you know, if that's the case, if the truck drivers is going at an all-time low, that means trains is pretty much delivering more than truck drivers at this particular time. You think that's a fair statement?
Trains are definitely. If I'm telling you my guys are running intermodal here, and I'm not capping, they're doing better than the guys that are owner operators when 5-6 years ago it was the opposite. The guys that are working company now working planing. The guys that were owner operator, they was buying the Hellcats. I know owner operator that got his Hellcat repoed. But my best friend is a company driver and he drives $150,000 Benz.
Wait a minute. A G class?
Yeah, GTS 63 AMG.
Man, as much as I like to get one of those, I can't even afford that, man. But but no, you know, I mean, I know there's a lot of jobs been cutting down here, especially down here in Texas, man. Even though they bringing all the companies down here, I didn't see this one coming from Google and Tesla. Tesla got rid of so many people here in around here in Texas. Tesla down here, they got rid of a lot of people out here, man. And it's amazing how tech company I thought worth billions of dollars cutting people off left and right, and it's like a scary situation going on right now.
Not really. I mean, they use the people as much as they need to use them, and now they don't need them no more. It's business. It's not personal. Here's the thing. Let's think about it. Let's go back 10, 15 years. Do you think the way Facebook was operating on that huge campus out there, people riding around the goddamn Facebook campus in fucking unicycles and shit, not really doing that much work? You got masseuse on the property, you got saunas on the property, cold plunge, they providing free fucking lunch every day. They got fucking basketball courts, tennis courts, massage, barbershops, beauty salons. They provide all this free stuff on the campus if you work for Facebook. And people come in there
Ain't
And
no doubt
not
that's
not not okay, now that the technology is where it needs to be, and now that you got AI in the mix, and these companies aren't really performing the way they used to, right? Because you have certain sectors or certain narratives that are hot. And then while those
yeah,
narratives are hot, they're hot until something else comes along. Right now, AI is the hot narrative in tech.
yeah,
And guess what? AI can replace a lot of those jobs,
yeah. I'm
right?
already seeing
So
it.
so
And
so 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 you know, tech during the 90s, right? The 2000s, the 2010s, it's gone as far as it could with the amount of people that they had. They had too many people to begin with. Now it's time to buckle down, tighten up ship. You know what I'm saying? If you pay attention, I don't know if you play the stock market, when these companies announce layoffs, the stock goes up. Why do you think that?
uh,
It's shaving
please
off.
teach
It's
me.
shaving off all the fat meat.
Oh damn, I didn't know about that one, sir.
Shave off all the fat meat. Get rid of all that excess cost. Now we can see more profit. Man, listen, we're gonna get rid of Jill, right? But we're not cutting Jill's position. We just gonna take Jill's job that she wasn't really doing shit anyway, because she was spending her time in the damn sauna and on the tennis court and eating all the free food. And we just gonna give the little workload that Jill was doing, we're gonna give it to Jane. So we're gonna add this
Okay,
to Jane's plate. We're gonna get rid of Jill.
I see what
So
you
we
lean
we
to,
we
cause
we we've shaved off all this fat meat, and that's more profit for the shareholders.
hmm,
A lot of these jobs AI is gonna replace anyway. We could
yeah,
just invest
because
into the technology and just get rid of these people anyway. We don't even need them no more.
and the thing of the matter is, Mark, about 10 years ago, when people at the fast food industry was complaining about not getting enough money, they deserve better pay and things like that. Now here it is, they get their wish, and lo and behold, man, I never seen so many down here. They got rid of so many people in the fast food industry. Everything's getting replaced by technology. Everything. Everything's getting replaced by technology because they don't need a lot of people around there anymore. So it's almost like, it makes me feel bad for the youth who wants to work, but hard work does pay off. But the youth doesn't want to work anymore. This generation doesn't want to work no more. Everything is lazy now. Everything is so lazy, and
Eh,
you know, folks is so sensitive now these days, and they don't know what hard work is. They don't know. They want to do everything the easy way to reach up. Everybody wants to be in sports and basketball and stuff like that, but I barely see a lot of folks who wants to achieve these type of things, and I think they're getting screwed by a lot of these so-called content creators. And I'm getting tired of them folks talking about you can make 5 to 8K a week. It's really irritating me when those so-called box truck creators say that, man. There's no way you're going to make 5 to 8K in a box truck, let alone you might can make, far as cargo van goes, I can't speak on that, but there's no way you're going to make that in a week. I mean, maybe back in the pandemic days, but here, man, there's no way. I say you probably can make at least, if I'm mistaken, Mario, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe no more than 3 to 5K a week in a box truck, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that those numbers are more feasible, but
Because you
you
had
know,
talk about this morning, and folks really, a lot of folks really got in their feelings and hard on their sleeve. They got really PO at you, man, and folks. I mean, you talking about the youth, the generation, the new generation got real heated at you, man. And I was like,
I mean,
that's,
I mean, fuck 'em. I
it,
mean, here's
it,
the thing. Here's the thing. You know, um, uh, yeah. So listen,
Yeah.
at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
man.
you
Because
know, in 10 years, they can continue to have the same mentality that they have, but it's like I said, the one person in that generation that does apply and do the work in 10 years when these guys, finally realize that all they dreams and shit and all this shit that they've been consuming was bullshit, and then they 32 or they 33 or they 34, they 35, and they realize they got to get up and actually go do something now. That 10 years that they wasted, they think it's hard now, is going to be even harder then. But the person that was
absolutely.
their peer that did what they were supposed to do 10 years prior, they going to see how much far ahead that they are, and then they're gonna regret that they pissed away 10 years. They got it easier, but they got it harder. They got it easier because they got more opportunities to just get up and make money now than what we had, right? But
Yeah,
they have it
absolutely.
harder because they kind of spoiled because of that technology, and then they spoiled because of their
Mm.
parents and shit like that. Like every 16-year-old or 17 or 18-year-old, how old you got to be right now to get your driver's license, get a car. Motherfuckers get a car on their birthday now. My OG couldn't
Yeah,
afford to buy me no car when I turned 16. You know what I'm saying? So they
man,
spoiled. They getting everything handed to them. I had to take the goddamn
man,
CTA bus to school. I went to the V.
man,
I had to take the bus. You see what I'm saying?
man.
Now you got kids pulling up to high schools. The park, the teachers' parking lot is full
Yeah,
with goddamn student cars.
yeah, man.
The
Because
ones that's coming to school. Because here's another thing: these kids ain't even going to school no more. Listen,
mm,
what high school did you go to?
I was down south, man. I was in Memphis, man. I went to Kingsbury. Last
I
school I
thought you was
went
from
in Chicago
Chicago.
was. I am from Chicago, but I got adopted down in Memphis. But I came back to Chicago after 2001. So
Well,
I stayed in
how old are
Memphis.
you?
I'm 42.
So you came back to Chicago in 2001. So that means you
Yeah, I mean 2003. I graduated in 2001. I came back to Chicago 2003 due to my mother went home to the Lord. So,
okay.
I had some personal things and which I will not reveal it. But came back home and man, it's a tough one, but first ride, man. I didn't get my
Yeah.
first car until I was like 24. I didn't
I
get my
got my
first car until I was 24
I got my first
cuz
one at 18, but I worked for it.
I had to Yeah, man, but shoot, my first car was a Dodge Neon.
My
Shoot, that Dodge Neon, the Dodge Neon was good, man. Shoot, you can drive almost a week, man. Shoot, if someone have a Dodge Neon and you in Chicago, man, you could drive that thing almost a full week, man. That tank will gonna remain full, man. That thing don't
but
burn no more than a light of gas, man.
but that was back in the day when $5 would give you a half a tank of gas. That shit ain't like that no more. I used to fill up for like $9. You see what I'm saying? So this is back
That
then
was
when
a
gas was
that,
like $1, less than $1 a gallon.
yeah,
So, you know, I'll go to Indiana right there on the border to it was a gas station, not where that Shell is at. You go a little bit down
you
Indianapolis
mean passing the toll?
Boulevard, past the boat. It was a gas station on the right side. It was called Express something. It ain't there no more. I used to go there. It used to be 79
Yeah,
cents a gallon. Right there on
woo,
Indianapolis and Calumet. Right. I go there and it'd
yeah.
be fucking 79 cents a gallon. I put $8-9 in the tank and be on full. I had a Chevy Lumina Eurosport 3.4, and I'll go there
Damn.
and I put $7-8 in that thing. I'm rolling. I had them 412s. I had 412s in the trunk with the TV sitting right there with the VCR mounted under. Man, I was rolling. You couldn't tell me
Man,
shit. You couldn't tell me
and
shit. I'll go fill up for $7-8, and I'm all up
I,
and down Stone. I'm all up and down Stony Island. You dig what I'm saying? But
I'm
you know,
surprised you could do it on Stony, man. Shoot, I couldn't go on Stony if I tried, man. I'll be all over Halstead, man. I'll be all over Halstead and Ashland.
Yeah, but
So
see, I was living over east, so that's my stomping
yeah,
ground at that time.
yeah.
So,
So yeah,
but yeah,
but the thing of the matter is that I noticed now that the box trucks are getting more cheaper now, and with the maintenance is being so expensive, is that maybe the main reason why the box truck prices are so low now? Because I notice now that cargo vans are 10 times expensive
Mhm.
than the box truck now. Is it maybe because of if the box truck breaks down, the maintenance is going to be way expensive, and I believe that's maybe a lot of reasons our power people are fearing of not getting a box truck due to the fact of maintenance. What do you think?
um, the box trucks, the prices went down because the demand ain't there. If the demand was there,
Yeah,
they would have stayed where they was at. The demand ain't there no more. The maintenance is high because the parts are higher now, and the labor is higher. So that's why that has gone up. So
yeah. So, especially the last one, I know you had a live once, and you had put a video of that so-called creator talking about, when it comes to 9 to 5 jobs, man, and he really offended me, man. And when it talks about hard work, like we ain't doing much of the work because of something. He said something and struck a nerve at me, man. I'm like, how do you know? You know, I mean,
man,
you're
listen,
behind the truck. Yeah, man.
ignorance is bliss. For a
Yeah,
person to
it is.
say,
I mean, he doesn't understand. I mean, let me say this, Mark. I mean, I've been out 48 days homeless, man. And it took a lot of hard work and dedication for me to do some things like this, man. For me to survive and advance being in a hotel room, you know what I'm saying? Didn't know what to do, try to go to every job and a lot of jobs. Now these days, man, man, Mark, if I had applied almost over 100 jobs, man, over 100 jobs, and a lot of folks would not hire me. And I know that some of the jobs they say they have, it's ghosted.
no, that's true. A lot of companies just post. I forget why they say they do it, but they'll post job openings that don't really exist.
Right.
It makes it look visually like they got something going on, but really they not. I talked about it yesterday. The economy is a lot worse off than what the Fed is
And I
portraying
think it's a lie. It's a
because
lie.
yeah, because the job market is robust, but if you really do a deep dive analysis, the job market is robust. Unemployment is not up, it's down. But if you look at it from the perspective of new openings, it's no new job openings. It's not a lot of new job openings. So, for a person looking for a job, they can't find one because there's no
Right.
openings. There's no new jobs coming onto the market. So it's a cover up. They're lying to us. It's a lot of shit going on uh in the back that they not telling us. I'm researching,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out, but I know one thing is for sure, two things for certain. They definitely lying to us. The economy is a lot worse off than what they
Yeah,
they
it
saying
is.
it is.
Because think about it. Think about it. Because a lot of these, with a lot of folks saying you got folks coming out of retirement have to work. I'm talking about people who are 60 or 70 years
But
old.
you know why that is though. You know why that is. A lot of boomers and a lot of Generation X are having to come out of retirement because they're funding and they're helping out their late millennials and they early Generation Z children. I talked about this already.
You
Here's the
did.
thing: a millennial that went out and bought a house that's house poor. This is what my mom always say: house poor. It's a lot of house poor people out here. You see what I'm saying? They go out and they buy these big, huge houses, right? And then when now they're in a situation where the cost of living is a lot higher, but they still got that 3, 4 thousand, $5,000 a month mortgage. It was
Yeah.
okay back in 2017, 2016, 2018 when they bought the house, but now they feel that mortgage. So it's a lot of people that are out here that are house poor. You see what I'm saying?
But
So,
I got a
what
good
you gonna say?
feeling, Mark. I got a good feeling within maybe in 6 months. Maybe Jerome Powell. I believe we might have another recession, man. I believe we're gonna have another recession. I think the market's gonna crash. A lot of people can't afford these houses now these days. A lot of people can't even afford to get a damn car. So I
I
believe
think
it's
we
gonna be
already
a,
in a
a big.
recession. I think we already in it. They're just not
I
saying it
maybe
verbally,
you
but
know what, you might be right. You might be right. You're right, man. You're right.
I think we're already in one. I mean, the indicators point to us like technically being in a recession. It's just they're propping it up. Why? I don't know. Like it's a lot of shit going on. I don't have the answers to. I don't understand why they getting all these migrants over here. We found out that Biden has been chartering private jets, flying them over here. So they just not crossing the border on foot. The U.S. government is chartering jets and flying them over here and dropping some off in Texas and Florida.
Because
It's a lot of shit going on.
because
I don't understand why we got our nose in
because
Israel
I
and
believe
and
in my opinion, I believe they brung them in because a lot of these folks who are lazy and don't want to work, they go, excuse me, they're gonna fill them in and take over all these jobs. And a lot of these youngins who say they don't feel like working, like you said, in the next 10 years, they're gonna regret, not having jobs like what's going on right now, man, because the industry is real bad, man. And I think they're gonna fill those migrants up to fill all that stuff up. So that way, not only that, the CEOs and presidents of these so-called companies gonna end up saving a lot of money. If you're in Texas, man, you're gonna save a tremendous amount of money. But the thing of the matter is that the ruthless Greg Abbott throw these folks out in northern towns. So, man, listen, I might not like Greg Abbott too much, but he got a lot of guts, and he's the most ruthless person I ever met. And if he was president, man, I think things might change rapidly. And I
I like
believe when the election comes, I think that when the election comes, it's all gonna go down whoever be president in November,
I
because in
like
the
Greg
next two,
Abbott.
yeah,
I like Greg Abbott. I mean, I don't like what he did to Chicago, but
right,
I liked his ruthlessness. I like the way he stand up to Biden, and I get why he did what he did. As far as the election in November, that's a toss up. That can go either way. Even though Trump has the support of the people, I mean, they trying to cheat him every way possible. They're gonna find a way to keep him out of that office. It's looking like that now. It's looking like that. Even though he got the popularity, the popular vote, the closer it gets, the more desperate they get, and they're gonna find a way to ultimately keep him out of that seat. So I
but
mean, don't
don't
be
you believe?
surprised if
I
Biden
mean,
wins again.
but don't you believe it's almost like the less of two evils? You
Who?
know,
Trump?
between Trump and Biden is almost like the less of two evils, man.
Well, here's the thing,
You
man.
got, I mean,
People
which
may
which one?
disagree.
I mean,
I don't.
okay,
Here's the thing. I can only look at. The good thing about this situation is it was almost kind of good that Trump lost the second time because now people can compare and contrast. It's just like what I was
Mhm.
talking about earlier, using that analogy as far as the box truck content creators. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What happens is when you now that he lost and the person that people wanted in got in, now this election, people have a compare and contrast. It ain't no, well, we're gonna be mad at this person. We gave this person 8 years. We should have voted for this person. No, you got an option now. Now you can compare and contrast. Now, for me, uh, for what I've seen, outside of I know a lot of people look at the money aspect, but I don't look at the money aspect. I'm gonna make money regardless. You see what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
I don't have I'm just gotta get it. You dig what I'm saying? But from an aspect of a political aspect, I don't make my decision based off what everybody else is basing their decision. I look to see what actual policies a person is bringing to the table. All right, I look to
yeah,
see how one individual is going to benefit as long as they keep their word. Because a lot of people be out here flogging and lying and
right,
shit. You know what I'm saying?
er,
But as long as the person keep their word, the person who is going to be more beneficial to me and my family, right, and my loved ones, then that's the person ultimately that I'm gonna cast my vote for, right? Now what I can say about Trump is I'm a black American, right? So um
Yes.
and I know that black vote is very popular amongst candidates, no matter what side of the aisle you on. So comparing and contrast for my people, in general, Trump did do more than Biden. But for some strange reason, I don't know, that gets overlooked. You know what I'm saying? People choose
Yeah.
not to talk about it. I mean, we could talk about the First Step Act. We can talk
Yeah.
about the funding of the HBCUs, which Biden took back, and the list uh goes on. He did a lot uh uh for black people, things that other presidents kind of came and overlooked. Some things that people would have expected Obama to do,
Right.
that he didn't do. He came in and he didn't wait to on his exit to do a lot of stuff. He came in and started making changes. I mean, you got to even commend like Kim Kardashian, with what she did with Alice Johnson, you know, and there's a lot of other things that he did. So when I look at what he did versus what Biden has did in the past 4 years, then uh, I see a big difference. So
Right. But
you know,
but one more question before I ride up out of here, Mark. I know we had a discussion once before about how people got to eat and things of that nature. But in this lifetime, I know you say you got to be ruthless in business all the way throughout life.
mm-hmm,
Because like you acknowledge, when you meet these business people, you said they may be friendly, but behind closed door, they're very ruthless. Um,
mm-hmm,
at the end of all of this. So, you got
mm-hmm,
some people that may have hearts, and I know some folks who have hearts that will do anything to help a lot of people. But
mm-hmm,
it's there's a thing called good karma and bad karma. So it's
mm-hmm.
like, what can you see? Do you think if more people were, do you believe if more owner operators remain ruthless, their business will last longer than it is now?
I don't think owner operators have the ability to be ruthless. I think owner operators are at the mercy of other people before them.
Mm,
They don't have the ability to be ruthless.
mm, okay.
You see what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's just keeping it a buck. How can you be ruthless with a broker? Because guess what? The broker can just go get a shit to somebody else.
No, I mean, I'm just saying overall, when you said you had a situation with someone, you had helped someone who was down on their luck, and you got him in it, and he was like one of your best workers, and then he tried to create a business, try to copy off your style. He had like 4 trucks, and then he had everything set, and then once you
Oh,
heard about it,
oh,
you
oh, oh!
shut
You
that
talking
shit
about that
down.
shit? Well, that's different.
Right. That's why I was
That's
mentioning about when you said
it
that's
was a
when
lot
you
of shit
acknowledge. You
going
said
on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
yeah,
gotta, you
that's
gotta.
what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's when you had said you put a stop to it because we had a little discussion because when I said I put a quote, a lot of people got to eat dough too, Mark. But when you mentioned about people got to, when it comes to the plate, once you broke it down and let me know the whole scenario about it, I understood it more than anything. So that's why when you was acknowledging about that man who saw you doing your thing and seeing how you make it, he tried to cop off your style. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, it didn't go out that way because you
Well,
had more leverage and everything, and you shut it down. And he was very disappointed. He cried, and I think you said now y'all guys like cool now, but
we
back
okay.
then,
We cordial. You see what I'm saying? But here's the thing. I was on another channel earlier this week, and somebody was talking. They said they get upset when they hear me talk about shit like that. When I be like, "Man, fuck fuck them kids," and I guess they misconstrued it. I say, "Fuck them kids," not "fuck these kids." Fuck them kids, meaning, if it's me or you, and
Right.
I know you got kids and shit, and we fighting for the same thing, I'm not gonna stop fighting for it because I'm looking at your kids' ribs touching. Fuck your kids. Because at the end of the day, I understand you saying the same thing about me. Why am I going to show mercy to you when you're not going to show mercy to me? You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's business. You chose to get into this business, right?
right.
So you go around a business that's competitive, where it's a bunch of competition, being all soft and moist and shit, thinking everybody your friend, you're going to continuously get taken advantage of. You got to be ruthless and heartless. And I'm not saying going around just messing with people and shit, but if you coming into this business and you searching for loads, let's say off a load board, you're not the only person searching for that load. If you start a moving company, you're going to have competition in your market. Whatever you do, if it's not a monopoly, you're going to have competition, right? And everybody is competing. Power. Everybody is competing. If a customer is looking for a service provider, a plumber or an electrician,
right,
and they go on something like Thumbtack or they Google, there's going to be a laundry list of companies that's going to come up. And then on top of the companies, they can go on an app or website like Thumbtack. Now you got a laundry list of owner operators, independent electricians, independent plumbers. If everybody's competing for that one customer.
Yeah, you got a point, man. You got a hell of a point.
By hook or crook, you call in one place. Here's the thing, man. You give them a quote. All right, I'm still calling around. Well, how many other places did you call? Yeah, I called one other place. Well, what did they quote you? Oh yeah, they said they could do the whole job for $1,000. And what's the name? What company was that? Yeah, so and so electric. All right, well I'll do it for $900. You ever made one of them calls before and somebody said, man, who you get a quote from? And then they cut them $100 less? That's ruthless. I'm trying to get the job. They told you $1,000. All right, I'll do it for $900.
Damn.
Hey, so-and-so, you said you were going to call us back in an hour. Just call to follow up with you to see if we can go ahead and schedule that. Yeah, you guys charged me $1,000, but the guys, so-and-so said $900. So it's so-and-so. It's so-and-so when so-and-so, the customer told them that so-and-so told them $1,000 for the job. What they supposed to be like, oh, okay, well, since they told you $1,000, I really got the room to do it for $900. But since they told you $1,000, I know they got a family. I know they got kids and mouths to feed and things like that. So I'm just not going to make this money, and that's just going to be less food that goes in my refrigerator for my kids. And I'm going to let you go ahead and book it with them because I'm a nice guy.
No, I see what you, now I got it. Now I see how the Ruthless works. Got it now. Now I got it. Now I got it.
It's just like I was telling Buddy earlier with the Thumbtack. As soon as the lead come through, you got to call and you got to be, your salesman got to turn. You got to close the deal. You got to close the deal because if you give a person an opportunity to keep calling around, somebody else that got better closing skills is going to close that deal. And that's just going to be money wasted on lead generation. Because there's somebody out there that's going to be looking to cut you up out of that thing. They don't care what you got going on. They don't give a fuck about your family, your kids, or none of that. You see what I'm saying? So they looking to eat too. It's competitive. It's business.
Sir.
So you gotta have that ruthless nature coming into this thing. You looking to win.
Right.
Everybody want to talk about this generational wealth and all this shit. How you think you get there? You gotta make money. You gotta make more and more and more and more money. You can't make more and more and more and more money when you giving opportunities away. Because ain't nobody gonna give you shit. They looking to step on your neck, so you need to be looking to step on theirs too.
Bottom line, you don't work, you don't eat. Yes,
So
sir.
it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, Mark. I'm gonna go ahead and right up out of here, man. I'm just wanna before I get out of here, I wanna thank you dearly from the bottom of my heart, man. You've been a friend of mine, you and the MGM gang, you know what I'm saying? None of this wouldn't have been possible. I told you last night I got into the apartment last night. And Mark, let me tell you, when I got into that apartment last night, that was by far the best feeling ever. For me to get back to work, for me to get back into the swing of things and got my grind back. You told me I still got that dog in me, man, and you know, that confidence got into my head and it worked. And when you told me I got it, I got it. I knew right then and there, man. It was what's gonna come, but like I said, man, 48 days of homeless, man, and I survived, man, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, man, and I'll never have another friend like you or like the MGM games, what they did for me. I can't owe them back enough, you know what I'm saying? But God's been amazing, man, and you're the best that I ever known, man, and like I told you, you got a friend for life, man, and I'm gonna continue to support this channel, man, until there's no more, man. So I want to give you that gratitude. I want to send my flowers out to you and the MGM gang because none of this would have been possible without your contribution.
It's all good, man. That day
You
when
know?
you came up and it this was the right thing to do, man. So it's all good, man. I'm happy that we were able to help you. And I'm happy that you were able to source opportunity that has provided you a way to get an apartment. And yeah, man, it's all
Yeah,
good,
man.
man. It's all good, man.
I've been grinding. I barely have days off now. They just got me off of work not too long ago. I was working almost like 21 days straight. I mean, I just kept rolling, rolling, rolling. I had that grind in me. There was pretty much no days off for me. I mean, it felt good, just to keep going, man. I mean, this has been a great feeling, and I won't let this feeling go, man. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead right up out of here, man, and I'm gonna keep on grinding, man, and praying better things will come ahead. And only way to go is up.
That's it, man. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the channel.
My pleasure, brother. Take care.
All right, later. All right. All right. It's our first caller for the night. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Link is pinned to the top of the chat for anybody else that want to call up. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Let's see. Who else we got calling in today, man? I ain't had nobody to tweak with today. I ain't tweaked with nobody today. This is crazy. Let's see what we got here. Let me see. Big Herm. Are y'all bringing the Wise Men back? I think that show is you gotta look at that show like the Young and not the Young and the Restless. Remember that show Dallas? Who remember Dallas? Who remember the show Dallas? You gotta look at that like how you look at Dallas. What happened at the end of Dallas? Hey, what happened? What happened at the end of Dallas? Yeah. YouTube, the only place where creators will kill their own prospects, go broke, catch a dollar just to shoot themselves in the foot again. Man, I think people that come to YouTube, what I've seen is people that come to YouTube for a living is willing to do whatever it takes to get that money coming in. And it's sad. I've seen a lot of YouTubers do a lot of goofy shit for money. You know, they'll do whatever they got to do to keep that money rolling in. So, um, uh, uh, dude said Google paying their top AI programmers 20 mil. I want to see that article. 24K said that's the rates on Indeed. You can't believe nothing you see on Indeed as far as rates coming from a dispatcher. DG said he worked for Tesla in the Bay for 7 years. It was thousands of people with made up positions not doing a damn thing. I think there was a lot of people in a lot of positions in tech in the past 15 to 20 years. Um, let me see. Link pin to the top of the chat. Mark, you had a Lumi with 412? Yep. When did I get that aluminum? So my first car was a 86 Oldsmobile 98. And I had that car for maybe like 7 to 8 months. And then I got Illumina in 99. Yeah, 1999 I got that Illumina. It was bright red, like cherry red. That thing was bright like a tomato. I had the Eurosport, the 3.4 Eurosport 412s. Yep. And I had 412s. The trunk was really big. I had 412s, not all in the same box. I had 2 boxes. So I had 2 boxes, 2 12s in each box. So I had 2 boxes in the trunk. That's how big the trunk was in that car back then. And I had a TV in it. I had a TV in there. And the VCR was mounted under the passenger seat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had 4 Rockford Falls gates. I had 2 amps, highs and lows, bass knob. This when TVs at first came out, and I had a TV in there. Yeah, TVs now real cheap. I paid $700 for that TV back then. It was like a 10-inch, TV. I paid $700 for it. Mm-hmm. This was back in 1999. Hey Mark, I really fuck with you. I got you by a few years, but I really fuck with you, my guy. You from the streets. Marcellus, what's up? Appreciate you. Cargo van, like 30K, like buying a car. Except the cargo van gonna make you money. The car ain't. Unless you got a car that you bought that you can put it into car shows or rent it out for like proms and shit like that. Structure has changed. It's going on like half of bills. People can't afford it. People can't afford what I'm lost on that. They will never let the country they will never let the economy publicly go into recession before the election. Yeah, they definitely propping up. Here's the thing: if you look at the history of inflation, it's a cycle, and recession always comes after it. All right, so they're doing their best to not put that news out there for whatever reason. I can't really pinpoint the reason. It could be election. I haven't really dug deep into why they're, really working hard against not putting that information out there. But I think the economy is worse off than what they portraying. But hey, it is what it is. Jordan says they're lying because the election year. A lot of y'all sold on the fact that it's an election year. I could believe that narrative. Uh, you will not see rate cuts this year. Definitely won't be 3 like he said. If anything, 1. But I'm leaning more towards what you're saying. None. If any, it'll be 1. But more than likely, it won't be any. And that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking this. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I think this is the new norm. So people really need to get accustomed to it and stop worrying about, man, I can't wait to the economy get better. Da 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 da. Listen, people are finding ways to still survive somewhat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Uh, repossessions are at an all-time high. Yeah. Um, volume is down. People ain't spending money frivolously on specific goods. Uh, yeah, people are getting behind on they rent. More credit card deficit is all time high. Uh, people are broke. But yet and still, people coming up with that extra moolah, some type of way to spend it on experiences. So, the economy ain't softening to the rate or to the point the government wants it to soften. So people are finding a way to continue to do the things that they want to do. So as long as that continues to go on and take place, then this is going to be the norm. People just need to get used to it. People need to get used to it. Greg Abbott don't even like Greg Abbott. I think Greg Abbott is pretty ruthless to be in a wheelchair. I mark he will never be president. He probably won't be. They probably gonna find a way to keep him out of it. They either gonna find him guilty as I don't know what they're gonna do, but they probably gonna find a way to keep him up out of that thing. But I mean, it is what it is. Rate cuts are coming. The government can't afford the interest payments on bonds. We'll see. I doubt if it's gonna be 3 though. I don't think it's gonna be 3 this year, like he said. How's it a lesser of 2 evils? Biden should be in a nursing home and Trump stands on his business. Man, that's what I said. I choose the person who's best for me and my family and the people around me. So, a lot of people despise Trump because of his personality and his bluntness. But yes, Mark, he did do more than Biden did. I can agree. Biden did nothing but trip and fall. He definitely fell a few times. Let me see. Most of the owner ops don't have the leverage to have a ruthless mindset. They don't do enough researching to be ruthless. I agree. Hello, everybody. I just came home from prison. I have a little over 60,000. What would you buy? A box truck, a cargo van? I'm in the DMV area. Just trying to make enough money to stay out of the streets. I think you need to do your research on both lanes and determine what's best for you and your market. Determine what's best for you. If you want to stay local, then do research on local and compare and contrast. If you want to go over the road, do research on over the road and then make a decision. It's going to be hard for people in here to tell you which is better because that all depends on what you want to do. It's a lot of variables that you didn't mention in this phrase, short little phrase that you wrote, that we would need to kind of help, determine which would be better for your situation. Biden had the 94 crime bill locking black folks up. Let me see. Link pinned to the top of the chat. JR, you and everyone wants to be the next Kevin Samuels. You have alcohol named after Larry Hannon. Yeah, I had a 9.8. That was my first car, Oldsmobile 9.8. I put some sounds in that thing too, but they weren't slapping though like the Lumina because I didn't know what I was doing. I went the cheap route with the 9.8, and they weren't slapping. When I got that Lumina, my bread was a little bit better, and I went in there and I told them to do it the right way. They told me everything I needed. I spent the money. Yeah, I wasn't setting off alarms in that 9.8, man. I was disgusted, man. But when I dressed that Lumina up, I was coming down the block setting off alarms. With them head, I need to see them heads turning. When the people, this is back in the day when people used to sit on the front porch. People don't sit on the front porch no more because of all the. I mean, it was shootings and shit back then, but you could sit on the porch. You can't sit on the porch now, but if I didn't see them heads turning, if I'm a half a block away and I don't see them people on the porch turning their head to see who coming down the block, I knew I wasn't slapping hard enough. I had to slap. And the thing about sounds is you never content. You like always trying to do more and more and more. Even if you slapping, you just never content. So that became a really, really expensive hobby. Not to mention the fact that motherfuckers I got hit twice. They hit me up in front of a club one time for my shit, and they caught me slipping somewhere else for some shit. So it was an expensive hobby, and the sound thieves was in full effect back in the day. So did you have EVs with the Zeus amp? Nah. So the system that I had in Illumina, I had all Rockford Fosgate. Had Rockford Fosgate speakers, had Kenwood amps. I forget the brand of that TV I had. My highs, my lows, my bass knob. Yeah. Trying to think of everything. Then I have 4-gauge wire. I think I had 8-gauge at first. Then I went down to 4-gauge wire. Yeah. So you remember your cousin had King Kongs? T-Forces, I believe they still hiring. What's even more crazy is that I was a double major in macroeconomics finance, and we never discussed Australia. Are every weekend's lit in Chicago? Shit, for the most part, depending on what you considering is lit. But yeah, weekends is off the chain. It'd be a lot of shit to do. You know, some things you can do. You might not want to be certain places you might not want to be in, but it'll be lit. And then there's other places that you can go that's lit where you may not have to worry as much. But yeah, there's always something to do here. It's a big city. Mark, did you use capacitor? Did your lights dim when it hit? Like, man, you had sounds, Costas? Don't tell me you was riding around Lincoln Park thumping back in the day. I don't know, man. Lincoln Park, man. You didn't see people riding around Lincoln Park beating. I went on vacation there 2 years ago. It was mostly sightseeing. I wanted to go to some clubs so bad, but I didn't know where to go. Yeah, I think if you come here now, you might want to have a guide. You got to kind of know somebody so you know what clubs to go to, what clubs not to go to. You don't want to put yourself in a situation being an out-of-towner. You know, it's just certain things you just want to know so you don't put yourself in a bad situation. But yeah, it's clubs here. You got Hubbard Street. Well, if you're downtown, you got Hubbard Street. It's a bunch of bars and rooftop clubs over on Hubbard Street. It's clubs all through downtown, you know, and then it's clubs and bars on the different pockets of the city. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain places you may not want to go to as an out-of-towner without a chaperone. You know, even the places where you would deem yourself safe, you still might want to have a chaperone, so that you kind of know the lay of the land. You know, you don't want to be stumbling in somewhere and stumbling out of somewhere, you know, not really knowing the lay of the land. But yeah, there's plenty of things to do here. Just be careful, especially if you're in downtown. Shit, you gotta be careful anywhere. Here now. You had 212. You had some Sir in Vegas. Oh man, I wish I can go to the President's Club on 75th, but it's too. I was in the President's Club a few months ago, and I ran into a subscriber. He was like, "Man, I never thought I would have ran into you in here." I'm like, "Bro, I'm from the hood. I went to CBS. Like, just because you see me on YouTube, don't mean I ain't from the hood. I told you where I was from. I'm from the hood." Yeah, I was in the President's. I ran into a subscriber. Yep, right on 75th on a Saturday night. You can go over there. As long as you mind your business and you get up out of there before it's over with, and you get you a good park in front of somewhere on 75th or across the street in that lot without getting blocked in, you should be all right. I mean, it's probably popping right now. Now, I wouldn't recommend an out of towner go over there by themselves. But you'll be all right. Oh, excuse me. You'll be all right. What Cam saying? Paying it forward. You'll be all right. You big boy. You from the crib. You know the lay of the land. He said, "Nah, man. Too many homies be in their feelings, especially if their girl be there." Well, you know better than that. You shouldn't be talking to a chick and she with a guy. You know how that can end up. You know how that can end up for you. That's a blatant sign of disrespect. I knew somebody who was in a situation like that. Well, it was one of my homies had a homie that was from LA. This was about 10 years ago. He's from LA. He was out here. I didn't know this dude, but one of my homies, this is his homie, right? So he was like, "Man, y'all going to the club tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, we going to Hearts." So he's like, "Yeah, my homie want a club, but I can't come out tonight. I'm gonna tell him to go to Hearts. Can y'all look out for him? Let me know when you get there. I tell him to come over so y'all can introduce. Just keep an eye on him because I know he's gonna be drinking. He don't know the lay of the land." I'm like, "All right, when we get there, I'm gonna call you." So we get there. I call my homie. He calls homie. We meet him in the club. He with us the whole night. We kicking. So halfway through the night, the drinks is flowing. People lit. We in the same vicinity, but you know, now everybody hollering at chicks and shit. Boom. This dude hollering at a chick, but apparently she was there with her guy, and they had already told him or gave him the warning that she was there with people. So I guess he sized the guy up and like dismissed the guy because I think he thought that, man, he could take him, right? But what he didn't know is that guy was there with his whole block. There was a bunch of them there. So I had my back turned. My other homie had his back turned. I happened to turn around and it was about 8 dudes surrounding this dude. So I tapped my homie, the one that was closest next to me, and turned him around, pointed him in that direction. So they had him surrounded, like in like a half circle. And his back was against the wall and the chick was there. And they was finna move on him. We slid in between that circle and we stepped in front of him like, whoa, hold on, what's going on? And they said like, "Listen, man, we done told this dude, blah, 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 you with him, blah, blah, blah." We like, "Yeah, but man, he ain't from here, blah, 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 blah." We trying to piece the shit out because they was finna move on him. Now, while we piecing the shit out, we don't know if they gonna move on us. If that would have been today, it would have been 10 against 2 because while we was trying to piece the shit out with them, he took the opportunity to slide up out of there and he left. When we pieced the shit out, we turned around, Buddy was gone. I called my homie, told him the situation, like, yo, man, this what just happened, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, what Buddy asked? He was like, yeah, I just got off the phone and he left. I'm like, what you mean he left? We was just standing in front of him. He said, man, they told him to get little, so he got little. But I'm like, listen, we just jumped in the middle of that shit. They was finna move on this dude. So you mean to tell me when they had him pressed, we jumped up in front of him, we finna take whatever smoke they got coming. We got coming. And you mean to tell me when we was piecing that shit out, he took the opportunity to slide his stupid ass, goofy ass up out of there? He said, yeah, he gone. So, one, I tell that story to say, because you from the crib, niggas will get on that with your ass because you talking to that girl, and you'll never know how many people is in a club with somebody. And for him to leave us there to fight his battle, it was just bogus. I got into it with my homie because of that. Because my homie kind of took his side, and that's just a testament to a lot of the shit that I be saying. My homie is a homie that I didn't grow up with. We became friends later, but we didn't grow up the same way. You know what I'm saying? We come together, we lead together, we come together, we fight together. We don't leave. We all in it. So if we all gonna get our ass beat, we all gonna get our ass beat. If we outnumbered, we just gonna all get our ass beat, but we gonna get our ass beat together for one. So, for him to, take off the way he did, I just thought it was some sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? And but these guys is from a part of town that I didn't grow up. These guys come from an affluent part of town, and they just don't understand that level of we ride together, we die together, we ride together, we fight together. Everything happens together. So, but yeah, it's a lot of sucker shit that be going on out here. So. Since that day, I don't send no out-of-towners to the club with me. If they ain't with me, they ain't with me. I'm not running interference. I'm not babysitting nobody, none of that. If I didn't walk in with them, if I walk in with them and they walk in with us, then it's our obligation to make sure they protected. But see, if you walk in with me and you from out of town, I'm going to give you the lay of the land. I'm going to make sure you don't do no goofy shit. I wasn't keeping my eye on Buddy like that. I thought Buddy ass had common enough sense that not to do no goofy shit like that. But, these LA guys, man, I don't know something about LA guys, or when people move to LA, they just feel like they just invincible or some shit, man. Can food expenses be written off as taxes? Yeah. Yes, they can. Absolutely. I had a rule when I was in college: if we go to the club, we all fight together. I don't care if we didn't like certain people that was riding with us that night. Yeah, so man, going to the club is like going to war in the art. Like when you go to the club, you gotta have a game plan. You gotta know, you gotta know the lay of the land. That's why you gotta go with people who is thorough. It's always got to be one person that's going to be on point. So if everybody having a good time, it's one person got to not be the guy that has a good time. Somebody got to always be on point. Because if you get into a situation with some other people, a group of people, you don't know how many people that they with. And while y'all are getting ready to fight and get into it, you got to pay attention to see who's slipping out the front door, who's slipping out the back door. Because if it's 10 of you and it's 10 of them, it might really be 12 of them. But 2 of them ain't finna get in the melee because them the 2 that's sliding out that's finna go to the car to get them hammers. And then when you gotta leave out the club, they already know who they got into it, and that's when them shots start ringing off. So it's gotta be a person who's who's street inclined to understand that, and that's got to be that person who's there for that birthday celebration or whatever it is that y'all are there for, even if it's just a night on the town, that's on point, that can't indulge in a lot of the activities that everybody else may be indulging in within that group, because you got to be paying attention to every single thing. Now it may not be like that everywhere, but it's definitely like that here. Um so you went to HBCU. Those dudes were hard headed. What HBCU? What you? Howard, Hampton, Jackson State? Where you go? So you was the guy. So that's fact. I was the guy always on point, drinking pineapple juice and cranberry juice. You was drinking what they call them juice drinks, easy living, easy living. You said those two factors are crucial for East Coast as well. Yeah, I just think that you just need to be on point, because you never know who's sliding out the front door or the back door. If you get into a fight in the club here, 9.5 times out of 10 is going to be a shooting. Somebody done slipped out the front door. They go into the car. That's why here is so many car thefts in front of clubs, in front of bars here, because the thieves know, listen, everybody got a gun, whether it's legally or illegally. Everybody got a gun here. So boom, if I'm a thief and I go to a bar, I go to a club, 1 out of every 2 or 3 cars is going to be a gun in there. So like you literally could go to where a club is at or a bar is at, and you will see a line of cars with their windows smashed, because there's guns in the parking lot. It's guns around there. Everybody got a gun. So it ain't nothing for a person to leave out and go get a gun and be standing at the front door waiting on the people they got into it with. You went to West Virginia State? I never knew West Virginia State was a HBCU. Yeah, so West Virginia State. Yeah, I never knew that was a HBCU. All right, well, this is a pretty dull call-in show. Only one call-in this evening. All right, link pinned to the top of the chat. If we don't get a call-in, then I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here. Well, it's been a really good, intriguing conversation, though. I understand what you're saying, Mark. What you mean to tell me if you drive a Bentley, no protection in the club? What you mean by protection? You can't take a gun in the club. You can't take a gun. I mean, you from Chicago, so you know how to move. You know what I'm saying? You drive a Bentley, you go into a club, it's only one of a few things you can do. One, you can't park down the street and around the corner. You got to park up front. You got to be at the front door. Whatever it costs, $150 to $300. That's what you got to pay. If they don't have valet, then you don't need to go in that club. If you can't park at the front door and pay the $200 or $300 to leave the car at the front door so that you can keep the key, then you don't need to be in that club, because you got to be able to get access and get up out of there and get to your shit first. You know what I'm saying? So you can't take shit. Now, if you know the bouncers and they from where you from and you plug, then yeah, they might let you get in there with it. Security don't necessarily watch the car. What happens is you valet, but you valet where you don't want them to park your car somewhere else. You valet where you leave your car up front. So if they have valet and they have the cones out, those front spaces that's usually about $200 or $300. That's where you got to park. You know what I'm saying? That's where you gotta park at. You gotta leave your shit in the front. You ain't got no choice. Um, Security ain't gonna watch it. Even the lot attendants and the valet ain't gonna watch it. You just doing that so that you got access to get in and out of your shit, because you ain't just gotta worry about, you know, if you get into it in the spot, you also gotta worry about the people that's watching, right? You don't want to park down the street and around the corner, and you don't want to park in the back of the lot where you can get got. You want to park up front so that you can walk out, get in your shit, and get gone, and be in your mirrors and run the first few red lights that you come across. Make sure ain't nobody following you. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of work going to the club nowadays, especially if you in there spending money popping bottles and you got that shit parked outside. So, hey Mark, I got in with a dude from Southside Chicago at college. We ended up becoming friends. At Virginia State, I never knew Virginia State was the HBCU. We got one in the building. I knew we was gonna have a good show tonight. Juan,
What's up, Mark?
what up, man?
What you got going on tonight, Mark?
Just doing a makeup show from earlier.
Yeah, I saw. You got busy or what?
While I pressed a button, I deleted the stream by mistake while I was in the midst of the stream. But then I couldn't come back on because I had an engagement I had to go to real quick. So I just made up for it tonight.
That's good. Good to see you, Mark. I just wanted to get on here to say what's up. See how you're doing.
I'm good, man. We was waiting on you last week, man, to get your boss.
You were in an interesting conversation with the young lady.
Oh man, you could have called up.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Man, you could have called up. We was waiting on you. The reason why we was holding that conversation that long because we was waiting on you.
Yeah, well.
So what's up? Did he pay you?
Yeah, about that. I'd rather just have him come up whenever he feels it's right for him. I'm in no position to be talking about his business.
You was kind of upset last week.
You know what? Huh?
I said you was kind of upset last week. I think that's why you was venting.
Yeah, I wasn't upset. I guess it's just a little bit of overwork, and then like just being so locked into trying to do something, you sometimes just gotta let out the emotions you feel,
Did he ever pay you your money?
Yeah, it's a interesting relationship. I wanted to ask you though, Mark, like on your one-on-one calls, the ones that you could pay for, like what kind of sauce or like what kind of information do you give out on those that you wouldn't give out here on live?
Those are just tailored to whatever you want to talk about. Normally it's just strategies or problem solving. It's not really no sauce. I do all that on the live stream. When people book those, they come with their personal problems that they having for a solution on how to get out of it, or how to. So like people might want to scale and they may want to know the best way to do it, or they may be struggling and failing and they want me to give them direction on if the business can be saved, and if so, how, shit like that. So it's just pretty much tailored to whatever the issue is that you want to discuss. There's no blueprint to it. It's tailored to each individual's specific situation.
Right. Hey, you be investing in businesses, small businesses, or you don't really be messing
You
around
talking
with
about you talking about small businesses like your boss?
yeah.
Hell no. Hell no. Hey, cause I ain't gonna be as nice as you.
Yeah, no. Uh,
I ain't
I
gonna
just
do.
like what I think about every single time I see you is like what you really be doing, you know, because you're well off, you know.
What you mean? What I really be doing?
Well, that you know, like me, I wake up, go to work, then work some more, you know. But you don't gotta work anymore.
Well, you doing what you supposed to do, ain't it? That's what you supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you
So
supposed to do?
so you want to switch? You want to switch?
Nah. I'll make my way up the mountain
All
eventually.
right. You said what was the question? You said what I'm supposed to do? I'm doing what
Yeah,
I'm supposed to do. I'm talking to you.
man.
I'm chilling.
That's true. I'm on my way right now. I'm gonna go pick up a load.
Oh man, that's what's up. You doing exactly what you supposed to be doing. Working.
Yeah.
Now,
Hey, Mark, I got a
my
question for you.
situation, go ahead.
Hey, what's the craziest part about getting old?
I'm not old.
You're in your 50s.
Man, you crazy as hell. I ain't nowhere near 50.
Huh?
Hell no. I'm not even 45. I'm not even 45. I'm not even halfway through my 40s. Do I look like I'm 50?
That's the
I don't
first.
even look like I'm 40. This morning
So
a
what's the
girl said,
craziest part
"Man,
about being in your
what's your
40s?
regimen? You the same age as my mom, but you only look 20." A woman this morning on Last Street said I only look 20. We said, "What's the craziest thing about being in my 40s?"
Yeah.
Ain't nothing crazy. The chicks I date be like 30, 31. So I'm hitting chicks that's like around your age.
I'm not 30.
How old are you?
21.
Oh well, shit, nah. Well, yeah then.
What?
Ain't nothing crazy about being in the
Hey, you
40s.
don't
I
got a
mean,
wife?
what? Hell no.
Why not?
Why so?
Well, I feel like people around your age usually got wives and kids and stuff.
That's in your culture.
That's true.
Y'all get married and do all that shit. We don't do that no more. What other questions you got for me?
To be honest with you, nothing. Just
You asked me a question a few minutes ago,
how do you
like
stay dialed in? You know,
what I
like
be
when you're
doing,
in
what
your
I be
house. What's
doing.
the
What's that question you asked me? But I cut you off. You was asking me what I be doing, what I be. You really want to know what I do to make money? That's what you really want to know. You beating around the bush. You want to know how much money I got, don't you?
Yeah, I guess you could say so.
I already know.
Nah, I don't care. I don't care about how much money you got. I already know I already know your net worth is in the millions for sure.
Liquid or assets?
Just the assets, liquid.
Uh,
I mean, obviously, someone who's got
liquid.
a lot of money knows how to liquidate it if they need to. You know.
Okay. I'll let you believe what you want to believe. I might actually be broke, to be honest with you.
A broke person wouldn't be up on YouTube.
I think I am broke. I
Live.
think I'm broke. I'm broke.
Nah.
I am. I'm
Hey, I
telling
ain't
you the
gonna lie
truth.
though. That play or the Ondo. It was a good. It
Damn,
was a
man.
good. How'd you find out about that one?
You an MGM member?
Yes, sir.
Oh shit, you giving the info away. How did I
I'm
find out
chilling,
about
man.
it? Research. Oh, that's how
Like,
you know.
what?
That's how you know. That's how you know how much money I got. I didn't know you was an MGM member.
Yeah,
Um,
I be in there.
yeah. Just research, just knowing what to invest in, following the right narratives. Before they get
Where do you
popular,
find
so
the
I could
narratives though?
be. Just gotta be in the know. Just gotta do the research. Be in the know. Follow the money. I follow the money, man. Like you gotta follow the money so that you can invest into things early before everybody else invest into it. You need the suckers to get in so you can sell it to them at a high price. So you want to be in early, right? So you got to do your research to know what the narratives are. So obviously last year I knew that AI was going to be the big thing this year. That's why I started investing to AI companies last year and it paid off this year. Listen, I made more money in Fetch already and we 4 months into the year than an average person who makes 6 figures a year got to go to work 12 months and make. But that's the point. You gotta know what's going to be the popular narrative so that you can get into it early. It's just like investing into Netflix back in '06. Right now it's going to be too far out of reach for the average retail investor. But in '06, '07, you could have bought it at $2.50 a share. Right? So it's knowing what the next narratives are going to be, investing into those things early and being patient. And then once those things start to go up, you just start exiting your positions.
What do you think the narratives for next year are gonna be like the biggest things next year? Is it too early to say?
We talked about it already in the members only. You said you talked about the Ando. You said it was a good play, so apparently you followed me into that play and made you a nice chunk of change. Did you follow me into the
You're talking
play,
about
or you just heard me mention it and then you was watching it and you saw it blow up after I mentioned it?
no, yeah, I rewatched it like a few hours after you posted it, and then I got in around that time, so it was still low, and then with the cycle being at a low, I just cost dollar averaged in as it dropped.
So you made money then. You in the green, right?
Yeah,
Did you sell or you still holding?
I'm still holding. What do you think? I should
Smart.
sell?
Heck, you know, not yet.
We're around the time, right, where the halving's about to happen and everything's about to.
It just happened. Happened about another. Well, let me see. It might have happened already because we in Central Standard Time. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it happened already. A few hours ago. Yeah.
What are the
So
markets like right now? They're up now.
sideways.
Uh,
I'm up.
they were saying that the only reason why the markets were dropping a lot was because of the what is it called, like the bigger companies that are in now, like
The
BlackRock and
market's
stuff like
the
that.
market's been upside down for the past week because of those wars. Each time somebody drop a bomb or shoot a missile or something, it just creates a lot of FUD and people just get scared. That's just what people do. So, but I know we
Because of the
still
war.
bullish because it bounces back. Yeah, because of the war.
Well, I mean, I don't see it. I don't understand why the market would be affected by a war going on across the world.
Well, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. FUD. Hello? Hello? Hello, 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 hello. But yeah, man, wars, uh, we lost him. We lost you. Call back. Yeah, wars create fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And whenever there's FUD, people exit. I don't know why people do it, but people do it. I mean, it works well for me because I just buy their shit at a low price and then sell it back to them at a high price. No problem. Yo,
Alright. I'm gonna let you do the show, Mark. I'm gonna start losing service. I'm going up in the mountains, up in the Sierras.
you still? I thought y'all did local work. Why are you still out working this late at night?
This is the local work. The local work has to come from somewhere. Huh?
Man, did he pay you, or he still owe you money?
Hey, I'm gonna lose service, Mark. We'll connect some other time, huh?
All right, yeah, you don't want to talk about that, huh? You don't want to talk about that, do you?
No sir, no sir.
He must be on the truck with you. Yeah, he must be on the truck with him. He could have said what up though. He could have said what up though. Hey, I know you watching Juan's boss. You could have spoke and said what up though. You could have said what up though. I think I heard him in the background. You could have said what up though. We ain't gonna tweak with you tonight, man. We just want some understanding. I just want a little understanding because your man Juan, he going to bat for you. You want me to invest in your business and everything. This this, that, and the third, but man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Uh-oh. Is this the boss? Nah, this ain't the boss. What up?
What's up, big dog?
What's going on?
Nothing much. Just wanted to holler at you. Just wanted to, shout you out. Thank you for everything you do, especially the business knowledge as far as buying low, selling high. That's the name of the game. Um, but I did have a question for you.
What's
Looking
the
for a
deal?
little strategy.
What's up?
All right, so I don't know if you remember, but probably like 6 months ago, I was talking to you about finding some local routes with a third party logistics company. And I ended up running with Pace for about 6 months and it was going great. And
Right,
I remember I asked you, should I get another truck? And you was like, why would you do that? Because Pace could lose a contract at any time.
right.
And literally, bruh, 2 months later, that's exactly what happened. And they ended up letting all the independent contractors go except for two of us at a drop of a dime. And I was like, damn, I was so happy I didn't get that second truck because I'm like, damn, if I would have got that truck, like, bro, I would have been in a horrible situation. In a horrible situation. So,
Yeah.
you know, I just want to tell you thank you for that advice. But I'm actually for strategy because I got one box truck still on Pace's payroll, I guess. I got a dedicated route paying about 2,300 a week and
Mm,
it's only about 1,000 miles. Okay, so that's one piece of the puzzle. Then I got a friend of mine who leased onto my authority, and I'm charging him 10% of anything that he grosses.
mm-hmm.
So I'm here to ask you: do you think it'll be smart for me to give that dedicated route to him, and I just go over the road to better master partials? My authority 9 months old, and I feel like if I get accustomed to learning to maximize over the road, I think that'll better diversify my company. So I want to see how you felt about that. Um, but the video that you did, I think 2 days ago or yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
about how to charge,
Mm-hmm.
that was that was fire. I ain't gonna lie, cause I done been in some situations to where I could have pitched the price, but I really had no understanding of how to negotiate, you know, the prices of the services that I can provide. So if it was you, what would you do if you had a dedicated route that's paying but it's kind of low, and you have somebody leased onto your authority, how would you play that? Like you got two trucks, one is yours, and then one is, of course, the person is leased onto you.
What's the guy doing this at least on? He over the road?
That's the thing. He's kind of timid. He don't want to go over the road. He strictly want to do local. But I'm trying to explain to him like you just spent 40,000 on a truck. This is not one of
What
these type of
what
businesses.
what you mean he timid? It's his truck he just leased on. He's sourcing his own work, ain't he?
Nah, that's the thing. It's more so me sourcing the work for him.
Why? That's not your no responsibility.
So what you saying? I shouldn't even be worried about that.
He paying you to run under your authority.
Yeah, but he has no knowledge or insight of the
That
industry at
sound
all.
that sound personal.
Yeah, and I feel that, and that's what I was thinking too. Like I was thinking, because lately I've just been doing the dedicated route, and my bills are low. Like my mortgage 700. I rent my crib for 1,500 a month, so I'm cash flowing off my crib alone. So what I've been doing ever since they took my route I used to have, that was
Mm,
paying like 3,600 a week. Now they gave
yeah.
me this little side work, but I've just been doing that and not paying myself, and then just doing like Uber and Lyft once I get off to pay
I
my
thought I saw
personal
you on
bills.
another channel a few weeks ago, and you were supposed to be shadowing a guy over
Kurt,
the road.
yeah, you
Oh,
are.
that's who it was. I knew it was
You
somebody.
already know.
I couldn't
You already
remember
know.
who it was. Well,
Yeah,
what
but
happened with that?
so that's see, man, listen, and that's why, bro, you are so P. Like I gotta tip my hat to you because everything you tell these folks be true.
Hey
Two
man.
things, two
Uh-huh.
th- two horrible things happened to me at the same time, cuz like
Hey
two
man.
horrible things.
Hey man.
Hey,
Well, hey man.
so I definitely gotta tip my hat to you, but dog, I was running good. Like I ain't
Well,
gonna
what
lie,
happened? What happened? I thought you was running over the road. You was training for a week.
no,
What
no,
happened?
no. I'm good to break it down to you. So when I was doing the dedicated route, I was working 60 hours a week, making 3,600, and
Yeah.
I was on like a 23% profit margin. So I knew based upon listening to you, I knew that I was doing good. So bro, I had ran up like 12K, which is
Mhm.
good for me. And you told me you need to get to 40 before you think about another truck. So I was, busting my ass, no diddy. Like I'm really trying to get that 40. But what happened
Mm.
was they called the ICs into the office and said, you know what? We lost the contract, the main one for overnight, so we gotta let all y'all go. Boom, that happened. Simultaneously, bro, my
Mm.
truck had broke down. Truck was in the shop for like 10 weeks.
Mhm.
So because I'm trying to keep my relationship open with the 3PL, I'm still doing my contract, making the 3,600, but I'm having to rent a truck and pay on my truck. So I ended up paying out 7,000 to get my truck fixed, and then I end up having to pay about 4,000 in rentals. Now probably more
Mm.
than that, like 6,000 rentals. So that whole 12 that I had been killing myself for over the span of 3-4 months, gone in 8 weeks. So, and
Okay.
that's what I was explaining to Kurt. I'm like, bro, I gotta run my bag up a little more, um, before I can go over the road, because that's a lot of extra cost. Also, what I was telling him was I'm in the process of onboarding my partner to do the dedicated route that's paying less, so I can get that 10% from him. That because I think that route gonna end up paying like 10 bands a month, 9 bands a month. So what I was thinking was get at him, charge him 10%, and then that 1,000 a month can help me pay for my hotel rooms, or I can put that back for my maintenance in my
Mm.
truck. And I think
Mm.
I should go over the road, but I just want to see what you think, though. You think I should do more advertising locally? Just want to see how you feel about the whole situation.
So you never went out and trained for the partial?
Nah, I never went out and trained the partial because the issue was the company was telling me that I couldn't give the route to my friend until he was onboarded with the system. So now we waiting for him to complete his background check. This I was explaining to Kirk. I'm like, I kind of gotta keep doing this because once I get him in place, that 10% I'm charging him, I feel like that's $1,000 a month. That's free money in my opinion for a route that I really don't want, but I still want to keep the relationship with that 3PL. So I'm like, let me get that settled, get that 1,000 a month. That's like making cash off of rental property or something, you know. So I'm like, let me keep that, and then let me go over the road. So I told Kirk, just give me a minute to get all that situated, and we just about done. He just got the link for the background check and drug test next week.
So what's wrong with your truck again? Your truck ain't in the shop or nothing?
Nah, my truck is out of the shop now. I had to pay 7 bands. Just got it out like 2 weeks
Well,
ago.
why you don't do the local job, local route?
Because it's only paying 2,300 a month. I mean, it's only paying 2,300 a week.
It's local, right?
Yeah.
Well, what you doing now then?
Right now I'm doing the local route because, and I've been training my partner.
The
Like
one
I've
that's
been
only paying
doing,
2,300 a week.
yeah, I'm
So,
doing it now.
so you doing it now? So
Yeah.
you don't want to do it no more?
He says, man, if I check this out now, if I did that route, even though the miles is low, if I could only pay myself 400 a week and the business would only cash flows like 1,600. Like I was accustomed to cash flowing 3,100 a month. So it's like my margins being cut in half when I know I'm young. I feel like it'll be better for my business if I make the sacrifice and potentially go over the road to at least make 31 a week. You know what I mean? Gross 31 a week. I want to see what you think though. Maybe because I could do this local route because the local route gonna keep me afloat now. It's gonna keep my business cash flowing green, and I could plug in. I could rent my house out again. My tenant just left. I gotta find another one, but I could rent my house out again or do Uber to fill in the gaps, and then try to advertise locally and do more legwork. But I just want to see what you think about it though.
I think you should keep doing what you're doing until something else better come along. I would stop worrying about, dude. That ain't your responsibility.
Yeah, yeah. I
He
feel what
bought a
you're saying.
truck. He bought a truck. It's up to him to find his own work.
Bruh, and I listen, I explained it to him. I told him, bro, just watch Mark. Like we've been talking about this for 4, 5 months. I told him, bro, watch Mark, get your own authority. But he tried to get the insurance. They tried to wax him. So I told him, man, talk to your auntie, talk to your mama, get them on cheaper, and he didn't want to go through all the paperwork side of getting it done. But I told him your words. I say, bro, God bless the child that got his own. Like I'll help you out and get work. Because at the end of the day, that 10%, like in my eyes, that's a free, $1,000 a month, 900 a month off of nothing. If I let it to go over the road, but I also feel like dedicated is kind of better in a sense. But
Yeah. I would let Buddy figure his shit out on his own. I wouldn't even be worried about Buddy ass. I wouldn't even be formulating a plan and to include him in it. Like you trying to include him in some shit because he ain't got no direction. He went out there and bought a truck, not even
yeah,
understanding what he investing in. So that's
this
on
is the
him.
thing. I before he bought the truck, I literally explained this man and told him everything he needed to do. So, but my whole reasoning was I feel like I really. So do you think getting paid 2,300 a week is too low? And I could tell you all my costs off the top of my head. So, but I just feel like I don't know. Maybe I need to include some moves in there or some bulk deliveries in there when
I
I'm off.
mean, I mean, something better than nothing as long as you seeing some profit from that 2,300. But I definitely think, depending on how much of free time that truck got in between, there should be opportunities to make more money. Man, it just seemed like you in Florida, right?
Yeah.
What part of Florida? Today is Florida Day. I had a lot of people from Florida today. What part of Florida you from?
I'm in Tallahassee, Florida.
So I
So
had
I ain't gonna
Orlando, Tallahassee, and Fort Lauderdale. Where's Tallahassee? That's Central Florida or Southern
North
Florida?
Florida. North
North
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
It's kind of ghetto up there, ain't it?
You can say ghetto. Nah, I mean it is, but the only reason why is because we a college town. So you really, I really been doing my market analysis and seeing how much these guys on Thumbtack charging. But I'm thinking about just filling the void and transitioning to a little like college student 1 to 2 bedroom moves because we got three major colleges within a 10-mile radius: Florida State University, FAMU University, and Tallahassee Community College.
Mm.
So I feel like maybe I need to do that local work and schedule my moves around my availability after the local work. But that moving shit, man. I'll do it though, because I'm a dog either way. I go to the gym, I run and shit like that, but it's just about me sourcing another reliable person. And that's,
You gotta
but
find you a Migo, a couple Migos. You got the Zopound up there in Tallahassee, or that's down further down south.
Nah, that's further down south. I come out better getting the Migos. I know exactly where the Migos at,
No, I
but
wouldn't
I
say
don't know
get
their name.
Zopound to work for you. I was just wondering if they had Zopound in Tallahassee. Yeah, you're gonna have to get you some Migos, or you're gonna have to go on Craigslist and try to find you. You can go on Craigslist and try to find you uh some worker, or go on TaskRabbit. Don't go to Craigslist. Go to TaskRabbit and
Mm.
try to find you some people that work for you. Or try to grab you some Migos from Home Depot and get busy, man. Just keep in touch with them. Tell Migo, man, look, Migo, I got work for you every day. I pay you good. Pay Migo 20 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Feed them lunch. You know, take care of
Yeah.
Migo and them.
So
Yeah.
so so you think it's more beneficial for me to take the 2,300 rather than go over the road and try to make more?
I mean, 2,300 be the blank. But if you want to go over the road because you feel like you can make more money going over the road, then go over the road. I mean, 2,300. How much are you taking home after that? After your expenses from that 2,300? How much you paying
You,
yourself?
I'm paying myself 400 a week.
And how much did you cash flow in the business?
I want to say it's like 16, 14, 16 the last time I played with the numbers.
So so you ain't paying no note on that truck?
No, 16, 14 to 16 a month
Oh.
cash flow. And that's what I'm saying. And like my personal bills float around 2,800. But the
A
problem
month?
is like, yeah, 2,800 a month.
That's it? That's right. You moved back
Yeah.
in the crib, right?
I even with me, like the bills that I have, I even include my mortgage and my light bill and my Wi-Fi. I include all of that. I got a car insurance. I got two cars, car insurance. Well, I just sold one of my cars, car insurance, um, mortgage, phone bill, few credit cards, Wi-Fi,
Mm.
shit like that. So, but
Yeah.
the the problem is, Mark, I don't have enough. And I don't know, like a while back, I had sent you my stock portfolio. I don't know if you remember, because I sent it from my other profile. But
I
I
remember. I
had,
just
I
don't
had,
remember what was in it.
I had like Google, Amazon, AMD, and I had bought them at a fair price, like early on. But I
Mm-hmm.
had to sell like my entire portfolio just to help infuse my business with cash to get through that rough patch of rent. Like I bought them rental trucks out of my own pocket. So all my stock holdings are gone. The market is dropping, and I understand because I had the investor mindset. I've been into the Jerome Powell for years and all of the market research. So I understand that we're at a peak, and now is the time to really hoard your money and get ready for shit to fall. And my only fear is that with me taking this local route, if shit stay the same, if I don't find a better opportunity, I won't have enough cash flow to really invest on the personal side. Like if I'm paying myself 400 a week and I got an Uber to make the other, my goal is to Uber make 400 a week so I can make 3,200 a month. My bill is 28. I can cash flow 400 in my personal life and 16 in the business. But I feel like cash flowing 400 when I was cash flowing like when I was renting my house and had the dedicated route, I was paying myself 800, and I was renting my house. I was cash flowing like 15, almost 2,000 a month on the personal side. You feel me? So that's the pace I need because I need to put shit back. I need to get my credit boosted higher. So when it's time for me to purchase another asset at a low price, I can pounce. But at this pace of cash flow, that shit gonna be. I mean, I could invest, but it's gonna be so slim. Maybe I need to be patient. I don't know, but I'm still trying to figure that shit out. So
Well, sound like you need to make some money.
yeah,
So you gotta do
yeah,
what you gotta do to make money. You said you don't want to move. It's the moving is tough, but that's where you're gonna make the most money. Yeah. So it sound like what you 25 or something?
26. Yeah.
Man, if you don't get your ass out there and get to work.
But dog, I ain't gonna lie. I've been working like I said. I've been working 60 hours a week. Now I'm working less. I'm working 12 hours still just about every day. Because when I get off my dedicated run, I'm jumping in the car Ubering just to make money for my personal side. But it's cool though because I feel like the way I look at it as I'm buying shares of my own business. So like the business owe me $3,000, but I'm not tripping. I ain't gonna repay myself until I get to a certain point where I feel like the business can stand for now. Um,
Listen, listen. You ain't tried T Force and none of these other local companies that you can do some curbside work to get you like $4,000 or $5,000 a week.
I contacted R&L carriers at the beginning of this month, and they told me that my authority needed to be aged another 3 weeks. So I think they told me to follow back on the 23rd or something like that. I got it in my calendar. But that's
Mm.
that's really been the only lead because I've seen one of those warehouses in my area about 10 miles. I mean, about 10 minutes up the road. But other than that, I'm gonna be honest. This is where I messed up at. I got too invested into running pace because I was running a night route and a day route. You feel me? So I was burning myself out to a point to where when I was off, I wasn't really putting my energy into sourcing more leads or putting out more ads or doing more lead work. So that's what I
Yeah.
tell anybody who listening right now. Like, fuck, even if it's good, bro, you gotta be a hoe. You gotta be sleeping with everybody in this shit. Like, you gotta have multiple ways, Amazon relay, load board, dedicated route, like, because I got Amazon relay too. Think about exploring that some, but I don't know.
Yeah, man. Look into the moving. Maybe you possibly may have to go back over the road if ain't no local work there. So yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. I, if you gotta go back over the road, then that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, but understanding the economy right now, like the
Yeah,
rates.
the race is fine.
Yeah, the race. I ain't gonna lie, race is straight. I can make money. Like, cause my cost per mile is still fairly competitive, but that shit just a lot of uncertainty. But
What you mean uncertainty? How?
you just, I mean, you know how it is. Like, well, the part of it is this. I was explaining to Kurt. Like, I need a little more money to like pay my ignorance tax, what I like to call it. Like, I've only ran over the road for 3 months on a new authority at one point. Like with a 9 month old authority, like I could try partial, but me just understanding how the process of learning goes. Of course, I may book a partial, then get stuck with only one. Then I have to kind of take a trip where I'm kind of at a loss of breaking even. So that's what I kind of mean. Like I still got some shit to figure out. Like I may not have a load for a day or two, and I've been practicing now like calling people. And I see now the thing about partials is you can negotiate the delivery date. So that's huge. I just learned that. But it's just not as for sure. You know what I'm saying? You know where you're going, you know what you're getting every day. Like you may not even get a load one day because you gotta be patient as far as if it makes sense. If it's gonna be profitable. So
Mhm.
but sound like I just got to make the decision, and that's why I hit up Kirk. Kirk said he gonna shadow me, so I feel like I at least gotta pursue that opportunity. And then now I'm gonna ask you this: so if I do go over the road, do you think it's smart for me to connect or subcontract the local work to my partner, to my homie that leased on, so I can keep that relationship with Pace for any future things they may get, and have that 1,000 a month in my pocket. You feel me?
I
So
mean,
that
if
was my
you
thinking.
if you want to, consider he gonna do the work. He gonna actually show up and do the work. So you don't sound too
Yeah.
confident. So
Nah, I'm pretty confident I'm pretty confident he gonna do the work. You feel me? But man, it just ain't no black and white with this shit, because it's benefits to me being local, because I can do more shit like to my house, like cut the grass. I gotta replace a faucet. I gotta do little ins and outs because my tenant was here for 10 months. So shit kind of is not up to par how I want it to be rented
how your
again.
tenant get out how your tenant get out in 10 months? They still got 2 months to go. You let them
Yeah, I
out their
don't.
lease early.
Nah, I be renting travel nurses, so they it's kind of like short term rental, so they do 3 months at a time, or they'll tell you I want to go month to month for a while, and they pay. Like the last travel nurse I had was paying me 2,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's furnished, and that's with the Wi-Fi and lights included. So I was still netting like 1,000 a month, 900 a month, depending on how the light bill fluctuate.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, man, like I'm here to tell you, like, bro, I'm really one of the ones who take this shit serious as hell. Like that Sam Walton book, fire. Niggas gotta get on that just to understand like competition and sacrificing. Like that's a great book. And I told you, like, thank you for mentioning that book. That shit is definitely changed your perspective as an entrepreneur. But I tell you, man, like I really see you as a role model, bro. You really like that. You really
I
like
appreciate,
that. I give you that. I give you
appreciate,
that.
appreciate. Why
Yeah.
why don't nobody? Why a lot of people don't like me though? It's a lot of these guys out here that don't really like me. I want to be
Because they
friends. I want to be friends with people, man. I want to be friends, man.
bro, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, everybody, man, everybody can't handle the way you coming, because you feel me. I feel like they still in consumer mode, like they not really in investor and entrepreneur mode, because it's like that tough criticism you give. I'm not folding on that shit. Like
No,
if you tell
I ain't talking
me,
about the viewers. I'm talking about these content creators, man. I want friends. I want to be friends with these guys.
I mean, how you gonna be friends?
Hey
Cause
man,
they, I mean,
I'm bullshitting, man.
shit. Nah, I feel you, though.
I don't fuck with these guys.
I'm already knowing. I'm
Just,
already knowing.
just tweaking.
I'm already knowing, dog.
Nah, but uh yeah, man, you gotta do what's best for you. If you gotta go over the road, then that's what you gotta do. I mean, shit. Here's the thing, bro. Everything that you say you want to do is gonna take money.
Yeah, that's.
So, man, you sound like you don't want to go away from the crib, but sound like you might have to. If ain't no local work there that's gonna be beneficial, then you got a box truck. You don't sound like you want to do moving, so uh,
I mean, I will do moving, but like, there's only one person work ethic I can rely on, and that is myself. Like, I could work on finding some labor
you
or
gotta
finding
go.
some
You
ego.
gotta go get you some Migos, dog. Told you what you
Man,
gotta
that
do.
shit, that shit easier said than done, Mark. I only took a year or
No, it
two of
ain't.
Spanish in college, man. I don't
You in
Google
that's that
Translate they
now.
ass or something.
What? Here's the thing. Finding them ain't gonna be the hard part down there in Florida. Keeping them is what's gonna be the hard part.
Yeah,
Keeping
yeah,
them,
yeah.
But I mean, so if you don't want to do that, it don't sound like you don't want to do it. Then you gotta go over the road.
I don't mind, I don't mind doing it. You feel me?
What
I
you
mean,
mean
I
you
don't
don't
mind.
mind? You ain't got no. Listen, man. Listen. See, I don't
I don't,
like
that, but
these
that's
words.
what I'm about
These
to tell you.
words. These words you use, and I don't like these words,
No,
man.
I don't mind. I'm telling you, I'm
I don't.
down for whatever. I'm
But that's
down.
a
That's what
you
I'm
said
telling
it.
you.
But you said like it a what if. Matter of fact, like, well, I don't mind. But like it's a but that's gonna come behind it. So what's the
Nah,
but?
I mean, nah. I'm saying I don't mind, but I do
Exactly.
understand. No, check me out though. I don't mind, but I do understand that I have to pursue what best fits the resources that I know I can count on. Now I could go find like I'll figure out find amigos, but I know that like that's going it ain't no I'm not for sure I can do that in a decent
But then,
time manner.
you're gonna have to go over the road then.
Yeah, but see, but that's true.
Here we
But
go with the butts. Here we go with the
I'm cool
butts.
with that. No, I'm cool. Listen, I'm cool with going over the road. I promise. I'm cool with
What's
doing
the butt?
whatever.
But what's the butt then for this one? What's the butt?
It ain't be you the reason why I recently changed my mind. I'll be real, because I had already had that talk with my people, with my shorty. I'm going over the road by
With your
three
who?
weeks at a
Your
time.
girl?
Yeah,
Oh Lord have mercy.
yeah. I ain't worried about that shit though. You don't
That's what's
understand.
holding
I'm
you
solid.
back. That's what's holding you
Fuck no,
back. Then
no.
what is it? Because you got a lot of butts here.
Nah, I ain't really
So
got
is
no
it is
butts.
it is it is it that butt? Is that the butt that's holding you back?
Man, listen, chase
The
the bag and not the butt. I've
the
been watching
sweet
for
butt.
years, cuz.
All
No,
right. Well
chase the
then
bag,
what
not the
is
butt.
it? Well, what is it
Nah,
then?
I'm just saying, man, listen, you changed my mind when I recently watched that video other day. Cause I'm like, if I got a dedicated route paying me 2,300, most days I'm done by 2. I'm in a college town with FAMU and Florida State. Them two. So I'm like, if I just take some of these tactics he's saying, if I just get a bulk delivery picking up at Walmart shit, if I get a few of them combined with maybe 1 or 2 Amazon runs at night, like I could hit the number I want to hit. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like, well, maybe damn, Mark got a point. I haven't even really full-fledged implemented these tactics that you're talking about for a 2 week time or a 3 week time, 3 week time period. So what I'm gonna do, basically what I'm about to do, I'm gonna continue to do the local route, but I'm gonna set a timeline for like 2 weeks. While I'm doing the local route, try to source more work. And then if I don't get no hits, I'll go over the road while I continue to source more work. But I have to do whatever to make my business profitable and
Man,
allow me cash flow, bro.
you
You
gotta
know,
figure
like
out what
I'm,
you want to do. You gotta figure out what you want to do because
yeah,
right now you kind of undecisive. You kind of like lost. I see you on one channel. You tell a person you finna meet them
nah,
Monday to go over the road. Then you don't go over the road. Now you over here.
nah.
Talk about
I
this
told him straight up.
because
I ain't lost, dog.
cause
I'll tell
over
you
there
that.
you was seeming like you was all for it. And then
Right,
now I'm thinking
but
you out over the road, think you done had your training. I'm thinking you out getting it. Now
right. The
you
issue with that,
saying this.
no, the issue with that was I think me and Kurt talked on a Wednesday. My truck was still in the shop at that point. They told me my truck was gonna be done Wednesday by close. Then it got pushed to Thursday. Then it got pushed to Friday. So I was telling Kurt like, bro, don't even, like I'm gonna give you my information to get me right, but for now on, don't tell your dispatch or whoever we working with, tell them I ain't ready yet, cause shit, I'm still at their mercy with my truck. So once I got my truck back, I'm like, shit. I told Kirk, shit. Since I got a dedicated route, like I'm only one of the contractors they kept. So I'm like, shit. I might as well keep this relationship, get my boy on board, so I can get that 1,000 a month, then go over the road. Like my thinking on it is clear as far as each individual decision I may make, but I'm just trying to formulate more options. Like this last wrinkle when you was like, I could source more leads locally. I'm like, damn, I really could. You feel me? Because I know some people that work at some colleges. I know I got a few ends I know that I could potentially fuck with. But at the end of the day, if I can go do partials with my work ethic and make and gross 4,000 a week, bro, that's gonna do numbers for my business and me personally. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. So I'm
So
leaning
you
towards
talking
going
about
over the
doing
road.
partials, doing over the road, doing
Yeah.
local with college towns and college towns. You still all over the place. I didn't.
No,
You still,
yeah,
yeah.
because I haven't decided yet. You feel me? But now it's
Yeah.
like, but now I feel like in order to make a proper decision, I at least gotta stress test sourcing, like at least implementing some of the tactics you said. Cause that over the road shit gonna always be there. I mean, I don't think I don't think Kirk will recant his offer once I'm ready. I mean, even if he do, like I got love for Kirk, but shit, I ain't no idiot. Like I'll get out here and figure it out myself to a degree. Do one pick, one drop, and at least gross 3,300 a week type shit. But I just feel like I at least got to stress test this shit because it may be right for me. You know what I mean? I want to say I'm lost because I'm actually trying to implement certain strategies for a certain amount of time and see, okay, did the source and lead shit work? Did I get some big and bulky deliveries in Tallahassee? Like, am I making, additional 500 a week from that shit plus the 23? Because it's obviously better to be local if you ain't putting all that stress on your truck. But sometimes I tend to overthink decisions, but I feel like at least you gotta stress test it and gather the most information you can. Cause I know the overall shit there. Like that shit is call brokers, negotiate, and I'm still watching Kirk channel watching. I really only watch you and Kirk, but I like Kirk for the over the road shit when he get on the partial tip. Like, yeah, both of y'all solid as fuck, but you know, but you telling me I'm lost, so you think I should pick one, full fledged, do it, and just let that be that, huh?
I think you need to decide what you want to do, man.
Yeah.
You got a lot of buts in there. You don't want to do the moving, but you want to go over the road, but you want to stay local, but like it's a lot of buts in there, dog. You need to figure out what you want to do, and you need to start working towards that. It's
True.
a lot of it's a lot of buts. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get rid of some of them butts and chomp down on one of them and get the ball rolling to see if that's what's going to be beneficial for you or not. But just talking
For sure.
about all these things and not uh, working towards one of them, you're just going to be still stuck with this $2,300 a week.
You right. You right. You right. So
So yeah, you gotta uh, figure something out. So you saying basically right now for the over the road, you just don't got the capital to go over the road. In so many
nah, I
words.
mean, the over the road you get paid the next day. Like I have the capital to do like one pick, one drop. I have the capital right now to make that operate. Like I said, I still been doing the dedicated route, so I get paid for that next Friday. Like that's not an issue. You feel me? But I would just prefer, man, this business and got me so not scared, but got me so pessimistic. Like I'm just thinking, shit, I need at least five just because I need a tow, even though I got a goddamn warranty that tow me. But I'm just thinking like, shit, I may need a little more, but I got enough capital to go over the road because you get paid the next day through factoring or whatever. So I ain't tripping with that. Um, the main thing that stopped me from going on the road right now is I think it'd be beneficial for me to onboard my partner so I can get that free 900 a month.
Man, you worried about that dude and that little
Nah,
funky ass. You worried about that funky ass $900 a month that ain't even etched in stone because you can't guarantee he gonna do what he's supposed to do. You can't guarantee you gonna get that $900 a month because you
true.
you you can't hold his hand. You worried about that little 900? That shit funky. And if he don't go do what he's supposed to do, then you ain't gonna get it no way. The only person you can depend on is you. But you keep bringing up this cat. This dude bought a box truck without even understanding what he was getting himself into, and you placing trust in that funky ass $900 a month. You keep reverting back to this. That's the only thing that you sure about is that funky ass $900.
Nah, but Mark, listen now. It's
Nah,
the
man,
nine.
nah. You
But
done
check me,
did
check
enough talking. You did enough talking. Cause you keep
check me out
reverting back
though.
to this funky ass nine hundred
Nah,
dollars.
but check me out. If you have a relationship with a 3PL and you got a worker and you got a truck you contracted to, would you not give him that to keep a relationship with the 3PL and get the free nine? That's what I'm saying.
It's not free. What
How?
you
I mean,
talking
I ain't.
about? He
I'm
could
talking about
not
for
go to.
me.
He could get fired. He could not go to work. He could say fuck the contract. So it's not guaranteed.
I feel that.
It's
I
not
feel that.
guaranteed. That shouldn't be your priority.
I feel that for sure.
Your priority
I
should
feel
be
that for
getting
sure.
your shit rolling. Figuring out how to
Yeah,
maximize your earning potential.
yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right. I can't even hold you. You're right. I
You
feel
keep
that.
talking about this dude and this $900. Man, that
So
dude
if it
ain't
was,
going. He ain't going to survive, man.
I feel like he'll do the work. He ain't no type of nigga that's lazy. He
He
just
don't
ain't
even
no.
he don't know what to do. He went out and bought a truck. He put the cart before the horse.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He was really entrusted in my knowledge, which I do have. But
Okay, well that's the second thing he did. He put trust in man instead of going out
yeah,
doing the
you got,
research and understanding for himself.
boy, you tough, boy.
Hey, what you talking about? You talking
No,
about,
I feel
man?
you
But
though.
but but you ain't said a but
Nah,
about that $900 though, man. That's a free 900. I'm gonna go get that $900. You count on that nine. That nine ain't gonna even be there for you. You might get that nine 1 to 2 months.
yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. I
You
can't
can't
lie to you.
you can't ensure that he gonna get up and go do what he's supposed to do.
But yeah, I mean, either way, I know I'll be going. I mean, I know for sure I'm going over the road probably here soon, cause I can source them ads and shit. I can get my girl to do them ads. I can do them ads on the road. That ain't too difficult. But I at least got to do 3,200 a week, gross. I'm cool. If I'm doing that, shit take care of
Uh,
itself.
sound like you gonna be hitting the road then, bro. I mean, you just man, I don't know, man. You seem like you was more last year. You seem like you was more. I don't know what's happened to you, bro.
Nah, ain't that you? I mean, I've been
Nah,
handling the biz though. That's what I'm trying
nah,
to.
nah.
The only,
When you was on
but
the testimonial, man, you was a little bit more. And then that last time you called in when you was we was talking about the air miles.
yeah, that's right,
Yeah,
right.
man. You seem like, man, I don't know what happened to you, bro.
Nah, ain't nothing. I mean, you hear me? I'm just thinking through options, bro. Like you can't tell me I'm thinking
I,
irrational just from
I,
saying
I,
that.
I'm not saying you thinking irrational. You got a lot of buts. You don't got no confidence in none of these ideas.
To be real, I got confidence in all of them, Mark. That's why it's hard for me to make the decision because I'm thinking I know with my work ethic and how I
All right,
drive
so
over the
so
road.
what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
In a perfect world, I would prefer to go over the road, gross 4,000 a week, and to be straight.
That's your first choice.
Yes, because I know
Then
that
then then, then go do it
I
then.
could do that myself.
No, then there you have it. There go your answer.
Yeah,
So what's the problem now?
it ain't no, it ain't no problem. Like I told you, I thought I was would be smart by keeping because I just but you gotta understand where I'm coming from. Because by watching you, I feel like one of the best strengths that you had was you was diverse and you had multiple customers and shit like that. So I feel like keep the relationship with them. The 900 is funky, I agree. In the trucker business, that really ain't gonna amount to much. Maybe hotels and shit. But I'm thinking keep that relationship with them because they get more shit. And now they paying back the 3,500 a week. I'm gonna come back, take my shit, and tell bro he gotta go over the road. That's the way I was looking at it. But you saying fuck that, just make money
I'm
now
not
and
I'm
do
not
what's
I'm
best for
not
the
saying
business now.
fuck that. I'm saying you focusing more on that than what you want to actually do with your own truck. You know what I'm saying? That 900 is 900 for the month. You talking about 3,000, 4,000, $5,000 a week in your truck. That should be your first priority. That's a bonus. You know what I'm saying? You said perfect world, so that's your first option is to go over the road. So then you need to go over the road. You need to go do what you need to do to go over the road to maximize your earning potential. You know,
Yeah, I feel like for now,
go holler at your boy. Let him
why
go
you gonna
take
say
you
why you gonna say
over
the
the
nigga
road.
name, man?
Cause man, he's still talking crazy, bro. Like
Yeah, I
I just
seen it.
feel like I wasted all that
Yeah,
shit Sunday, bro.
I
And like
seen it.
man,
Yeah, I seen it.
I just think that's sucker shit, bro. Like I just I allowed you to get away without paying me. I pieced it up with you, and you just whole shit, bro. Like it's to the point now. I just want to nothing, bro.
You from the
I want
hood.
my.
You ain't from the hood, but you from
I
that
just
urban
don't
shit
like
though.
whole shit, bro. I don't like whole
Yeah, you
shit,
built
nigga.
different though.
When I
I mean,
press you,
yeah.
nigga, say what the fuck you say when you got me there. Don't say whole shit. Fucking 5-6 days later after you had me on this fucking shit 5 hours. Like that shit lame to me, bro. Like I
Yeah, I
don't.
seen the
I
whole
just,
thing. I seen the whole
so,
thing.
so like man, so you know I ain't tweaking. Whole ass
Nah.
shit, boy. I just don't like that shit, boy.
Nah, you remember like I had hooped in Joliet for 2 years. So I had a lot of teammates that was from Chicago, and y'all niggas, boy, I thought down south niggas was rough.
I
Y'all
just don't
niggas is rough.
understand like why like man, these internet niggas is goofy to me, bro. Like ain't shit motherfucker tell me don't be no fucking mediator. Don't try to piece shit out because motherfuckers gonna put a battery in a motherfucker back, and then when motherfucker say something or I just man, this shit is just so you saw that shit there, right? So I know
Yeah, I
I
saw
ain't
the whole
tweaking.
thing.
Yeah. So
Great, great,
motherfucker
great,
motherf-
great polo, crazy though. He
Oh,
about
you
like
talking about
your
that
ass.
shit. You talking about from that shit from the other day, or you talking about the shit from earlier?
Earlier today.
Oh, so you don't
I
know
ain't,
then. Fuck
I
it.
ain't seen
Don't worry
her. I
about it.
thought you was
Don't
talking
worry
about the
about it.
shit
Don't
from.
worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't
Oh
worry
shit!
about it. Don't worry
I
about
thought
it.
that shit was. I thought that shit was
I
done
don't
then.
mind. I don't mind saying motherfucking name. I just don't like whole shit, bro.
Nah, I
You know
already
what I
tell
mean?
what type of cloth. I can tell what type of cloth you want. I got some homies that
I
really
just
be
feel
on
like
that
that was a
shit.
waste of my fucking time the other day. So, but it's
Nah, I
all
feel that.
good. So, yeah, just get with him and go over the road. To let him
Yeah,
teach you the partial shit.
overall shit straight. Cause I ain't got no capital. You feel me? I need capital ASAP.
I just
You
asked
feel
you,
me?
did you have capital?
Yeah, man, I got 2, 3 thousand. That ain't shit. I
So you
need
don't have so
15.
so when I said did you have money, you said yeah. Now you
You
saying
said
you
do I
don't
have
got no
no?
capital.
You said do I have no
Oh
capital to
God.
run over the road?
Oh.
2, 3 thousand for diesel? What you mean? That's more than enough to run over
So
the
you
road.
but you just said you don't have no capital. Is you sleepy? Or you understand what you
No,
saying?
I got 2, 3 thousand. I need 15, 20 for a rainy day. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I
So
know
so all right. So do you have enough capital? Or you don't have enough.
to run over the road. Yes.
Okay.
How much diesel? Like these ain't.
So
You know what I mean?
so so
But
well that ain't the only thing you got to worry about.
what else I gotta worry about? Like food and shit. That what you was talking about with that?
What happened to truck breakdown?
That's that's what I'm telling you. That you keep saying I'm a focus, but that's why I'm trying to go local now. Take the little Pt.16 because I told you I need 5 to 7 if the truck break down to get a tow. That's why I sound so
Uh,
indecisive.
check this
But I'm
out. Check this out.
understanding
I'm gonna
that
help you. I'm
I
gonna help
need
you
more
out.
shit.
I'm gonna help you out. Find you some local work. Until you find some local work, delay your gratification. Because it sounds like you need to run your bread up. I'm just gonna keep it funky with you. You don't sound like you confident. Run your bread up. Running your bread up gonna make you more confident to go over the road, and that's what you gotta do. If you already sold your stocks and shit like that, that's a sign that you the person that I make fun of.
How?
When I say, man, listen, I look for people that go out and sell their portfolios in desperate
Oh
situations because I'm gonna
yeah,
buy. So
yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah,
in that,
yeah,
so
yeah,
if you in that
yeah,
situation, that means for you to go do that. That means it's you
yeah. I'm a
coming
shrimp
down.
right now.
You
I'm a shrimp
right.
right now
So
for
it's
sure.
and I'm not saying that to make fun of you in
No, I know what
particular,
you
but
mean.
I'm just saying that so if that situation has already come, you done sold off your portfolio, then that's you in dire need of working capital. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
So
Yeah.
you need to delay your gratification, whatever you need to do, and you need to work really, really hard, and you need to put money to the side so that you can have enough money where you feel confident going out over the road. Then you could get up with Kirk, and then you can shadow him over the road. Because clearly that's what the situation was. Because when I watched you over there, it seemed like you was for it. You gave him your word. Like, all right, yeah.
I
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
but
So that's why
yeah,
I'm
that's my
tweaking
mistake.
because see, I don't
Yep.
know why y'all what is it with y'all people on the internet that give people their word and then don't follow through with it? I watched you
But
tell that man that you was
right,
going out over the road
right,
with him.
right,
So I gotta
right. I
hold you
did.
accountable.
Hold me
But
accountable.
you knew that you wasn't gonna do it. So you should
Nah,
have been.
no, bro. No, I ain't even gonna let you listen. I gotta check you where you incorrect for a second. The reason I told you my truck, they say your truck will be ready Wednesday, sir. They didn't have that motherfucker for 8 weeks at this point now. So I'm thinking the shit good. They didn't approve what the warranty gonna pay. So that ended up pushing me back to Friday. So that's what I'm saying. Like I gave them my word based upon what they was telling me. But the minute that I found out they wasn't, I called Kirk, I text Kirk. We had a conversation over the phone, and I told him like I was keeping them updated throughout the whole process. You feel me? But you right. That's another example of being a man. If you gonna give a nigga your word, you gotta make sure that you can hold that shit together. And I really couldn't based upon them having my truck getting it fixed.
But you told me
You
you
feel me?
said earlier you had a rental truck though.
Yeah, I'm not about to take no fucking rental over the road and get charged that mileage, bro. I told Kirk I wasn't gonna do that. I said I'd rather hold out because at that point, bro, they busted my credit card across the neck for the goddamn what they charged me for the week plus double that for a deposit. I'm not no. I was pissed off. Only why I bought the rentals is to keep my dedicated route that was paying 3,600 a week at the time because it was low mileage for the most part. It was $2 a mile average. So it's like I was still profitable doing that route, renting the truck. With me going over the road, nah, I wasn't even about to go over the road in no rental. I felt like that was crazy. And as I'm telling you, my capital dwindling at this point now. So renting the truck over the road, that ain't even logical to me.
So man, you ain't in a position to say nothing. All these butts, you ain't in a position to get no butts. You need to do whatever you need to do to run up your bread. If you gotta move in the evening and on the weekend, you need to do what you gotta do, bro. Like you gotta do what you gotta do so you can run your bag up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that you can go over the road. You ain't even got no portfolio no more. You gotta start building your portfolio back up. You done sold all your stocks, your crypto,
bro,
like
that
you
shit hurt me.
gotta
'Cause I ain't gonna lie,
right.
that
So
shit hurt
so
me.
not only do you gotta build that your money back up so that you can sustain your business, you gotta also make sure you got extra money so that you can start back building up your portfolio. Cause right now you missing out.
Exactly,
So
exactly, bro. That
so
shit, and
so so you ain't in a position, bro. You got to do whatever you got to do. Whatever that is, I don't, it's going to be local clearly. So you need to start applying. You need to start, looking for opportunities. Call T Force, call Waco, call Capstone. See if they got some opportunity. They might have an opportunity that's paying more than the 2,300. Listen, hey, this is business, man. Keep talking about this relationship. Yeah, it's a good relationship, but check this out. As a business person, you can't fall in love with nothing. You only got one truck. So if this opportunity presents itself and it's paying more, then you gotta let that one go.
yeah, I'm a
You
side,
see
and
what
that,
I'm
and that
saying? As long as you walk away from it professionally, you can always go back and reapply. You know what I'm saying? So you need to get on the ball and try to find some money.
and then that's where that but was coming from when I was like I could go the road, but after watching your video with how to charge, I'm thinking, bruh, I didn't been in some conversations to where I just didn't know how to push it forward and say I can offer these services for X rate.
But
So now
but
I'm
but
thinking, shit, it like I'm saying go the road because that's the best way I know to get capital now instantly with the factoring issues. But here
But
goes another
but
but I
here's
feel
the
like
thing. But this is what
I
I'm
haven't.
saying. You keep saying in a perfect world you would go over the road, but now you reverting back to a stream I did yesterday that didn't entail anything over the road. There's nothing to do with that live stream that said over the road. So for using that live stream is almost like using it as an excuse because I didn't talk about shit over the road.
No,
So if
this is what
that
I'm saying.
live stream influenced you so much, then your perfect world example that you gave was bullshit. So what do you
Nah,
want to do?
it ain't bullshit, Mark. But you gotta. That's why I keep trying to paint the whole thing for you. Right now, I feel like for me, my perfect world for me having this finite amount of capital I got for me would be to go over the road right now. Why? It's because I can get the money quicker. I can get the money quicker, right? I can get it instantly. I don't have to try to source and find more leads. That's why I was saying in a perfect world, right now, if I could run over the road and keep my homie at pace to get my 1,000 a month, in a perfect world, I feel like that. But listen though,
I
in
ain't
a
saying
perfect
nothing. I'm
world,
just shaking my head. Go ahead. I'm listening.
but listen, in a perfect world, I feel like that would be beneficial for me right now, only having one lead with pace. But in the grand scheme of things now, I'm always a final mile guy. So I guess I misunderstood. You mean in the perfect world what I want to build my company, what I want to build my
Man,
company on
what do you want to
is
do?
final mile.
What do you preferably want to do? Okay,
To
so if
to
that's
build
what
to,
if
to
that's
build
what
my
your
company on is final mile
all right, well
for
then
shit sure.
do that then.
But that's what. But here we goes the but, Mark, because you telling me I'm missing out opportunity because I don't have the cash flow. So
Well,
while
you
I'm
don't have the
waiting to get
cash flow
these
to go
goals,
over the road. You ain't got it to go over the road. So you shouldn't even be thinking about that. If your ultimate goal is to do local work, then you need to
stick
focus
with
on
it.
doing local work.
Okay. I just got an Uber and pay myself 300-400 a week for the business.
Or
That's
you can
cool though.
find opportunities for your truck. Why you ain't posting it on Thumbtack? Why you not out here doing side jobs, doing little odds and ends move? Go get Migo and them. Put it on Curie. Put it on Roadie. Put it on GoShare. See what opportunities you got on GoShare. Like it's shit out there. You ain't applying yourself, bro.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
So man, find
I
you
agree
some
with you
work
100%.
and get to it. You already said that, man. You be tired and all this shit. You ain't got time to be tired. You only 26.
Man, I'm working 60 a week because I ain't
So
bullshitting my
so
tires.
so
And
what?
nah, but I ain't
So
bullshitting like
man,
yeah, I
so
am.
what? I don't give a
You
fuck about none
understand
of that
though?
shit you
I know
talking.
you
No,
don't,
I
cause you
don't
connect
understand
you
because I did moving. You see what I'm saying? When I first got started, I did moving. I was 30. I was starting at 6-7. Some days I wasn't finishing until 1-2 the next day. Had to be right back up at 5-6. This is labor intensive shit. Nigga, you driving a truck, backing into a dock, waiting for them to
nah.
turn the light green and all
I ain't
this
nah, hell
shit,
nah.
pulling
No,
the shit
buddy.
out with a patch jack. You ain't getting
Nah.
out there getting it like a dog. You not
I
climbing them
give you
flights
that.
of stairs. All
I
right
give you
then.
that.
So I
You
don't want to hear
was
nothing about
though.
no fucking 60 hours. What you expect? How
Man,
you
my nigga.
expect to get this shit? You gotta work.
Yeah.
See,
I'm
my man over there telling you ain't gotta work. He telling you ain't gotta work. So tell me how you gonna get it unless you work. I can
gonna be
tell you how
real,
you gonna
bro.
get it. I know how you can make money an easier way. Go get a job.
What? Yeah, Mark, check me though. I mean, I'm telling you, I can do it all, bro. Like I said, I'm been to school. I could
Listen,
get a job paying
me
50,
going them
60.
me going them working
It's
80 to
cool
100
too.
hours a week. This is what you signed up for.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, so
It's the
then
man,
what you mean? What you mean?
the
Hey, nigga,
work,
go
bro.
get
The
you a
work ain't the
red hour.
problem,
Go
bro.
get you a red hour energy drink or whatever this shit called. 5-hour energy drink.
Nah, so you gotta
And,
start eating fruit and vegetables fast. You can't be doing
do
that
whatever
shit.
you gotta do. Do whatever you
I'm
gotta
with you though.
do and put you another 20, 25 hours in.
For sure. For
What you
sure.
mean?
And
How you tired and you ain't really did nothing? I can't
man,
honor
you
that,
crazy.
bro.
You
No,
crazy
I
as
ain't
hell,
crazy.
man.
You ain't did. Tell me what you did other
I ain't
than
moving.
drive
I ain't
the
moving.
truck and back into that dock, and
See,
then drive the truck and back into
no,
another dock.
no, bro. I'm doing like the contract I had. I'm doing deliveries. Like I'm delivering engines, my nigga.
With your lift gate,
They
right? With your lift
yeah, but
gate and your
it's
pallet
20
jack, right?
engines. It's 20 engines, bro. It's
But
20 engines on the
you
truck.
got your lift gate and your
Bro,
pallet jack, right?
I ain't working as hard as you. I ain't gonna take
Did you
that from
use
movers. Y'all like that.
did you use your back? No, you use that lift gate. So guess what? You may have a little fatigue from just driving over the road, but guess what, man? I ain't trying to hear that shit. If you know you're not making enough money, that means you need to put in some
Yeah.
more hours. So
All right,
man,
check me
I
out
don't want
then.
to. I ain't
How
nothing to
you
check out. Ain't
Nah,
nothing to
nah,
check
nah,
out.
nah, no. I'm just
What you
saying,
mean?
check me out. I'm saying, what do you? So, what do you? I already watched the video, so I already know what I need to do. But what do you think I need to do right now as far as getting more local work? I watched the video, so you ain't gotta be repetitive, bro. But that's more
Apply.
so the level I'm on.
Apply to these
Apply.
companies. All the companies that I talked about, find them and apply to them. See what
Yeah,
opportunities
I'm.
they got.
Yeah, I'm on that. Like that's the Indeed. That's research and calling them.
All
But
right.
I'm more so asking about how to get that. What you were speaking on the other day, personal to personal relationship.
You gonna need some helpers. You gotta get out here and go get it. Them opportunities gonna require more than just you. So you're gonna have to go get some employees. You wanna make $200-300 an hour at some
Yeah,
point? All right, well then
yeah.
guess what? You're gonna need workers. And you're gonna need to know what you're doing. And you're gonna need to go out there and work.
I'm fine with doing all that, but I'm trying to tell you, like you ain't talking
So
to no.
I don't know what else to do. I didn't show my taxes. I didn't show earlier how much money we spend in leads. I didn't show invoice. I didn't show all type of shit. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If you
but
want to make
see,
the money, you're gonna have to go out and do the work. It's
for
just
sure.
that's just the that's just the end all be all, bro.
Yeah, like I'm saying, bro, the work ain't like when it comes to me, it don't matter what it is. The work is not a problem. I'm down. I understand it's a
What's
temporary
the problem?
sacrifice. It's the simple fact that I need physical labor that I can depend on Justin Walker to
You got to
compete.
go get them. Everything that you need to do, you got to go out and get it. If you want the accounts, you got to go out and get it. You need the workers, you got to go out and get it. You making too many excuses, bro. You
I'm
don't see how
telling
you make
you,
it. Am I tweaking? Maybe I'm tweaking. I
nah,
don't think
nah,
I'm
I ain't.
tweaking.
Nah, I'm telling you, I don't mind doing none of
Listen,
that shit. I'm just saying.
you know how you find dependable labor? By going out, sourcing people, letting them come in, monitoring them, and cycling people in and out, and then in and out until you get the right combination.
Yeah,
But unless you go out there and actually go do it, it ain't gonna never happen for you, bro.
for sure. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you what I took away from this great conversation. I took away that because I want to build my company around local work and final mile, I need to just stick on growing that and do everything I need to do to source leads for that. And that's what I'm gonna do. When I call up again, I'm gonna tell you how it's going. But I'm watching every video. I'm taking heed to it. I'm just glad we had this conversation because I was kind of at a crossroads as far as what I need to do. Because when the paper gets short, bro, you your ass be thinking about which and every way. You can't think it's clear. But I understand that's when you got to think the clearest. That's why I wanted to call on, get your 2 cent, get your advice. You got the experience. Kurt got the experience. I done spoke to both of y'all, and now I know what I need to do. And I thank y'all for that.
Yeah, that's what
For
it
sure.
is. The paper done got low, and you kind of you
I'm tweaking.
you tweaking, dog. Wow.
Nah, but nah, but I would,
Yeah, yeah, you tweaking. You getting nervous and shit, dog.
bruh. Like my nigga, I just told you I sold my shit that I've been stocking, researching, marking price targets,
Yeah,
hitting them,
yeah. I
investing.
mean,
That shit,
you gotta get. You gotta get to it.
yeah, yeah.
You
I
gotta
am
get
too.
out here and get ugly. You gotta put the mask on and get ugly.
Nah, I ain't gonna rob my nigga.
No,
I'd
I ain't
rather
saying
see it
rob no
through.
damn. You need to get out here and get to work like you finna rob somebody.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying. You need to
yeah.
put the mask on and going out here and get to it. You see what I'm
Like I
saying?
said,
Like
the last 2 weeks so far, I've been doing the dedicated route, and I haven't been paying myself as far as the business paying me as a driver, and I've been Ubering once I get off from 3 to 6, then Ubering at night to make the rest. Cause I understand that my business gotta survive, but at the same point, like I want my individual cash flow. So I've been looking into doing, seeing how I could make more passive money, but you can't do too many things at once or nothing to get pushing. So I don't know. I'm just gonna stick this out and
you
really
can't do too
find
many
some
things at
leads.
once, but you working what 5 days a week doing that?
Yeah,
And what's the hours?
usually be usually be from like 6 a.m. to 5 a.m. and then it usually be like that for 2 days out the week. And then like a 5 a.m. to 3 p.m., 2 p.m.
That's 5 days a week.
Yeah, it vary a little bit depending on what route I got for the day.
That ain't shit, bro. You trying to hold on to that. I be looking to get rid of that shit. That shit ain't shit.
You looking to get rid of the route, right?
You said that shit. You
Yeah.
some 6 to 5.
Some days it'd be 65
And how many
on
stops
that
is
Monday.
that? And how many
On
stops
that
is that?
Monday, 65. On
And how
that
many stops?
Monday, it now every day ain't the same. Now this another thing. They got
Average,
me doing.
average, average, average,
Oh,
average.
average stops probably like shit 3 on average,
But the
4
stops be
maybe.
far, far. How many miles you doing?
Okay, so on Monday that one's kind of spaced out. Like my first drop is 2 hours away. Then my next drop is an hour from that, then 45 from that, 30 from that. That's my longest day. Now I got other days to where I'm coming to
To
my city. I'm loading up in Dothan, which is an hour and a half away, and I'm driving back to my city doing 10 stops, like little small parcels and boxes.
you
You
doing
feel me?
all that for 460 a day gross.
Yeah, you wanna say on average. So
You
that
said
that
20. You said
that's
2,300 a week, right?
yeah. I'm saying
Divided
if you
by
want to average, yeah,
divided by 5.
yeah, if you
That's
want to average out each
460.
day, yeah. Some days
Yeah.
pay 5, some, but yeah, you're right. 460
And
average.
this and this
So
and this what you so desperately trying to hold on to. I'll be looking
I
to
ain't trying,
replace. I'll be looking to get rid of it and replace it.
and I was getting ready to walk away and go straight over the road, and I told my partner I'm thinking about walking away from this opportunity because it's not paying enough. He said, "Well, how much is paying?" I broke it down to him. He said, "Shit, that's good for me." He don't really. First of all, he cashed out on his truck, so he ain't necessarily worried about the truck note. But still, though,
He still
it's
got to
like
recoup what he paid for it, though,
yeah,
man.
exactly. And that's how I told him the route wasn't that profitable, but it's like if he telling me he would love to do it because it's local, and he knew it want to get his feet wet. This is his thesis and narrative. Then shit, I'm gonna give it to him. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm more so trying to build my company in the same facet yours was outside of moving. But I also understand that it could be times where I lose a key
But see,
contract,
but see,
and I
you
would
gotta
love to
understand.
have that over the road
You gotta
diversity.
understand. You gotta understand. When I got into Final Mile, I was already moving. So the transition to start that company, it was easy because I already had killers on the payroll. So when I say I'm gonna start transitioning some people from over here over into this, the people that I transition from the movement into the Final Mile, that shit was just a piece of cake because these guys is coming from running 3 flights of stairs with armoires and shit all day to delivering a piece here and a piece there. So trying to duplicate what I did, I'm not saying it can't do it, But you don't want to do moving. See, I came from moving. Anything else that I put my hands in was going to be sweet because the hardest shit, I was already doing it. Everything else is a piece of cake. And I already got the killers. I already had the killers.
I gotta find.
You see what I'm saying? So if you want to duplicate what I did, then you need to go out and duplicate what I did. But if you trying to find an express way to get to that point, then it ain't one.
Yeah, I see that.
It's not one.
Building up, for sure. So that, but this ain't the but this is the caveat to that. It's like if I can go over the road for 2-3 weeks while I develop my lead, so now I'm not just not making no bread. That's where it is over the road like part is coming from. That's why I reached out to Kurt because I'm like, man, I can't be just relying upon any 3PL type shit. So I'm like, let me diversify what I can do. Do you feel me? So that's where that was coming from. But I much rather build my company around having relationships with warehouses locally or regionally within like a 90-mile radius, 100-mile radius. I'm cool with that. You feel me? But
Well, here's the
but you gotta
thing,
have the
bro.
movers and the workers and shit.
Anything you do outside of moving, you're gonna have a middleman.
For sure.
So you relying on something or somebody. So
Nah, I'm like I said, I'm definitely gonna figure it out. I'm gonna write out journal some different how I'm gonna go about getting these leads, budget my finances. But it's really hurt me that I can't get no extra cash flow. But I guess that's just a part of
what you mean extra
going
cash
well.
flow? You talking about like a loan or something?
Nah, fuck no, to my personal, to my cash flow for my personal life, so I can have some disposable income to invest at a higher rate. Like it's certain stocks that if I could tap right now, like and just hold, I know I'm straight. But I guess it's just patience. Like I understand that I
You ain't got
started
no
this box
loan.
for
You
shit.
ain't took another loan out on your crib, have you?
Heck no, no.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm just
Yeah,
making
you
sure.
talked me off that ledge.
Oh,
Kurt
you was
did too.
finna
Both
do
of
it.
y'all took it. Nah, not necessarily. I was getting advice on it. Like, do you think it would be smart? And both of
Hell
y'all was
no.
like, hell no. Both of y'all like, hell no, not for no truck, not for nothing trucking. But I feel that though.
Hell no.
I feel
Ain't no
that
other
though.
assets you got that you can sell?
I had a Challenger 2013 Challenger. I already sold him off. Sold him. I ain't really the only thing I could do now is finish getting my crib together where I'm at now, my rental property. Finish doing the odds and end fixes on him, and then rent him out for a little more cash flow. That'll put me probably at a band, freed up a month to do a little something with. But yeah, that's all. I mean, that's what I need to do.
What
I
about
definitely appreciate you.
you probably done tapped your parents out, huh?
I mean, it's one of them things where I know they'll give me some more bread, but I ain't trying to do that, bro.
Oh,
Cause
you already in their pocket.
not to get past this last spiel when I had to pay them 7, I think I was short 2, and my payout was coming a week later, so they floated me to 2K, but I paid them that back already. So they haven't been giving me any more capital. It's been all me at this point, so I'm not getting no more handouts, but no, I don't need it right now per se. I just need to keep, in my opinion, I just need to keep working and figuring it out. But I'm not trying to take no more debts on, bro, because that's just more. I ain't gonna say more stress, but that's just more shit you gotta pay back. I ain't with it, so I ain't with it.
Yeah, man. Sound like you need to get that truck rolling a little bit more. So I don't know. I don't think that. I think this contract that you so
Man, don't do me like that. So
Yeah, I
desperately
think
wanting
you.
shit. He trying to
Yeah,
play me like a sucker.
I don't. No, I'm just saying I don't think it's worth
I
it.
mean, yeah, and that's what I've been thinking about too, bro. That's what I've been thinking about too. Like when they changed my shit, and it was like, "This your new route," this started 2 weeks ago. So I was like, all right, let me at least see, calculate the mileage, see what it entails. The rate per mile is straight, but the hours that it's taking me to unload these 30 boxes per clothing store and all this other shit and these car parts, like it's taking too much of my day for the
Mhm.
pay. The mileage and the rate per mile is good, but the unloading like 30 minutes at every stop,
Mhm.
nah, that shit is killing my opportunity to earn throughout the day. So
So yeah, you need to look into other opportunities, man, because that shit ain't adding up to me. Yep, it ain't adding up. It ain't adding up, dog. So yeah, man, you gotta figure it out, bro. You gotta figure it out. You gotta make more money. You gotta make more
yeah,
money. You ain't been making enough money, and it's been draining you. You, you know, you ain't making enough money. Your costs are seem like they exceeding the income you got coming in. So
even with this dedicated shit, like I'm saying, the route that is taking a lot of time. Like I broke down the numbers, and like I said, I'm still like I could make it flex. Like I still could be green, like cash flowing like 14 to 16 a month. But that's with me paying myself 400 a week. So I
four
feel
hundred
like
dollars a week ain't yeah, but
that
$400 a
ain't
week
shit,
ain't
man.
yeah. So
I
you
can't
gotta
do
make
shit
more
with that,
money.
bro.
Ultimately, the the the, the conclusion is you gotta find ways to make more money, bro. And the situation that you in now, you know, you know, it's gonna require a lot of work. Like you don't have the capital to work for you. You gotta go work for it. It's like you starting all over again, bro.
Damn, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
So
And
you
I
got
was
to
at
get
a
on the
good little
ground.
pace.
Like that 60-hour shit you talking about, that ain't shit but 10 hours a day. That ain't nothing. There's cats out here working 15, 16 hours a day. They working 2 full shifts, dog. And you 26, right? You need to get out here and work. Like I ain't taking no excuses, no ifs, ands, or maybes. You know what I'm saying? This is what you got to do. You wanna,
That's what I need to
you
hear.
want, you wanna grow and succeed and ultimately be, you know, whatever the sky's the limit for you is, whatever that looks like, then how you come in is how you finish.
So,
You wanna finish strong and you gotta come in strong.
so.
So you 26, bro. I would give up everything now to be 26 again.
How you gonna give up the
I would
man?
give up. Listen, I would
Yes.
give you everything. I would give you the bread. I would give you everything, the bread,
God.
and I would start where you at broke
Oh
to be
yeah, yeah.
26 again.
With the knowledge, I'm pretty sure you would. But the lay of the land is different. See, you had a good competitive advantage with the type of people you was hiring. You feel me? That's right up their alley.
You
But you
got it
talking
better
about getting
than
these
me. You
Migos,
got it better than
man?
me. It's gonna be some
These
pros and
Migos
cons. It's gonna be
for
pros and
sure.
cons. You know, due to the different times, the time back then in comparison to the time now. But I think you got more opportunity than
I
I
agree.
had back then. I'll give you. I'll trade everything. If I could be 26 again, you could come take everything that I got, and I'll be 26 again and start where you at with nothing. I'll take that.
That nigga said I got nothing.
No, I'm not saying you ain't
Nah, I
got
feel you. No,
nothing,
I feel
nah.
you. I feel you.
But
No,
I'm
I'm
just
just
saying.
laughing. That type of nigga, I'm just joking
But
about that shit.
I got more than you, but I'm older than you though. So
For
I'm
sure. I feel you.
supposed to. You dig what I'm saying?
I
So
feel you.
I'm saying like I'm telling you this to tell you like, man, I could come in your situation and run it up.
For sure.
The only thing that's holding you back from running it up is you talking about, man, you be tired. Man, you think I wasn't tired? at 8, 9 o'clock at night after doing 3, 4, being on my third or fourth move. You think I wasn't tired? You know what? You know what kept me going? You know what kept me going? The fact that customer was gonna pay once we brought that last item in.
For sure.
You know what made me get up the next morning? The fact that I had 3 to 4 customers that was gonna pay me. It's just like, man, you holding that string, and you got that mouse or that rat, and you keep moving the string with the cheese, and that's what's motivating me. That cheese.
Yeah, you different.
That moolah. That moolah is when my back felt like it wanted to go out. That moolah strengthened my back up and made it straight. When my legs and my knees felt like they was finna go and they was wobbling and it's 90 degrees outside, and I'm dealing with an ornery ass customer, and I'm still kind of fairly new, don't have common enough sense to go to Walmart and buy a goddamn cooler and a case of water and stop every morning and get some ice, and I'm out there dehydrated and shit. And I'm gasping for air. I'm trying to get air. I'm in that hallway, that old three flat, 3-story, 3 flat, old Chicago 3 flat on the north side where the windows in the hallway is nailed shut, and I'm gasping for air. You know what kept me going? The fact that customer was going to pay once it was all said and done. And every time I went back down them 3 flights of stairs, I'm looking at the truck, man, how much more? Oh, shit, we got half a truck to go. I'm sucking it up. I'm getting it done. Because at the end of the day, when that customer paid, it's all over with. That person's happy. I'm happy.
For sure.
You think I was caring about 10 hours? 10 hours, that ain't shit.
Man, that's on, bro. Listen, bro. Let me tell you how I was out working. I ain't moving, so I ain't trying to say.
I could outwork you right now. I could outwork you right now.
Mark,
how much you want to bet? You know, I can't bet nobody on YouTube no more because y'all don't like to pay. So I bet you,
bro.
I could outwork you.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yeah, I can. You know how I know I can outwork you? You know how I know I can outwork you? That don't mean nothing. I'm actually 44.
44.
I'm actually 40. You can't. Yeah, and I can outwork you. Yeah, I can. No, you can't, bro. I swear to God. Check this out. No. Check this out. I'm telling you.
All right. Okay.
If God took everything away from me and I was flat broke,
I feel you.
I could outwork you. I probably can't outwork you now because I don't need to. But if I was flat broke, if I lost everything today, I would come outwork you. Wouldn't be nothing. You wouldn't be able to do nothing with me, dog. You wouldn't be able to do nothing with me. I'm coming to take every single thing off your table. That 2,300, I need that. I need that plus more. I'm taking that shit from you, and you're not gonna be able to do nothing to stop me, dog. I'm not trying to hit shit, bruh. Especially once I get a taste of it. You already had a little taste. I don't even see what the issue is. You gonna give me a taste of what the good life? You mean to tell me I was once driving foreign cars, living in nice condos, messing with knives and dimes. I need all of that back, bro. I need all that back. So I'm finna come outwork you, bro.
Nah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. I feel you put your back.
It ain't what I'm saying. I'm telling you the truth.
Chicago.
I'm gonna outwork you, bro. I'm gonna outwork. It ain't got nothing to do with where I'm from.
I feel what you're saying.
It's got something to do with me. I'm coming to outwork you, dog. You can't do nothing with me, dog. You can't do nothing with me, dog. You ain't. It ain't.
Listen. I'm gonna give you that. No, listen. I'm gonna give you that. And this is something I tell my pop all the time. Y'all generation, when it comes to that work shit, we ain't fucking with y'all. I give you that. But you ain't gonna tell me.
Just so you know it, though. Tell you what.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Built different. But
tell you what.
Check me out. You ain't gonna tell me if me and you on the move and you 40 and I'm 26 with you ain't the only one working out, nah. You ain't gonna tell me that you go out last me. It
ain't about working out. It's just not in you, dog.
The mental. I feel
you ain't got it in you. You ain't no killer.
Nah, dog.
You ain't no killer, dog.
I hear you, though.
You know why? You know what? You gonna be one though. Fucking around with me. You gonna have to be one.
That's why I'm here. Cause
You
gonna
gonna
choose a
have to
route.
be
That's what I'm
one.
here
You
for.
ain't got that killer instinct. Then you talking about but it's too many buts.
You feel
It's
you
too
feel where
many
I'm coming
buts.
from
You
though?
talking about
You
we all
feel
gonna do the moving, but man, hey man, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit, bro.
but you gotta Mark, check me out. There's no way you would have got in the movement if you wasn't sure you could source the workers. That's what I'm
I didn't
saying.
know shit about the workers. I didn't give a fuck. Like, dog, I didn't. Listen, my back was against the wall, dog. The first
I
dude
feel
I
that.
had working for me was a puny, skinny dude. That every job that we did, it put more stress on me because he couldn't lift shit. He was just the first person that I could go grab the first day when the first person called me. He couldn't even lift a mattress, bro. He was a struggle. The reason why I ended up had to go force myself to find something else is because it was a struggle working with him because he was weak. I was not fucking the person I am today. I wasn't that person. I was fucking weak. But I could muster up enough strength to get the job done. He couldn't even muster up the strength to get the job done. You see what I'm saying? So a 44-year-old me right now, and you on a moving truck, I'm out working you any day. I don't care if you was 22, 26, 22, I'm out working you. Ain't nothing you can do with me. I don't care if you go work out or you don't go work out. The difference between me and you is that I'm a killer. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get the job done because I need that bread. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. I'm not finna be sitting up here trying to figure this shit. But now I'm coming to get it, family. You telling me it's right there? The money is right there. I'm coming to get that. You still there? Or your phone died? See, you done got up out of here.
Can you hear
Oh,
me?
there you go. I was finna go. I thought you got up out of here.
Nah, I just
Yeah,
got that late night. I got that late night
yeah,
call, but I ain't worried about that.
yeah, yeah.
I
No,
ain't
go worry
worried
about it.
about
I need you to go worry about that.
that. Man,
I need
fuck
some
that,
more. I
bro. I'm
need some
trying to.
more of your. I need some more
Nah,
of your stocks. You got some more stocks to sell me on the low?
don't do that, dog. Hey, bro, don't do that,
Yeah,
bro. Don't do
yeah, yeah,
that. This
yeah.
nigga, this
I
nigga,
need some
hell
more of
fucking
your
sharp, dog.
stocks. I need
This
some more of your
nigga
stocks.
sharp.
I need you to go do that.
Nah, I feel
Go
you.
do that.
I feel you.
Go
Don't
do that.
slip though.
Cause I don't want you to get up in the
Nah,
morning. I want you to continue to slip.
nah, okay.
I
I
need some
already
more of
plan
your. I
on,
need some more of your good shit. I want a bag.
I'm gonna get my shit back though. Thing about me, I
Matter of
already
fact, matter
understand
of
that.
fact, what you want for your house?
Don't, nigga.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
180 is yours,
All
man.
right, no,
180 is
180?
yours.
180?
Yeah,
What's it? When the
it's a
last time you had it appraised?
it's appraised at 160.
So you think I'm a goofy?
I gotta
You
get
think I'm
you
a
shit. I
goofy?
ain't know,
And I
man.
asked you what is appraised at, and you gonna tell me the truth too. 160.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
blatantly, you gonna tell me. All right, so yeah, I need that. But you guess what? We gonna wait for
Hey,
you to
I'm
keep
Trump, man.
being passive. We gonna keep waiting for you to be passive, and we just gonna come get it
Right.
on the short sale.
Hmm. That what
Yeah,
I'm talking about. See, I don't see
yeah,
more. I'm the type of nigga. I'm the type of nigga. You tell me some shit like that, you ain't gonna
yeah.
do nothing to motivate me, bro. So I
That's what
hear
I'm
you
trying
though.
to do. I'm trying to piss you off. I'm trying to
Yeah.
piss you off so you get your ass up and go out here and get it. Because if you don't,
Nah,
that house gonna be on the short sale, and I'm gonna come get it. And then I'm gonna do a live stream, and I'm gonna talk about it. And then I'm gonna put
man,
you
you
back
need
in
that.
it as a tenant. I'm gonna put you back in it as a tenant. And all them travel nurses, I'm gonna rent to them. But I'm only gonna
Nigga,
let
here
the bad
stupid.
ones come in. The ones on Instagram and shit that be doing the travel nurses with the fitted scrubs and shit. And I'm gonna build
Only
content
the
around it. I'm gonna say, yeah, this is Justin old crib. We we
it'll
we
build content in my shit, huh?
we helped him out. We helped him out. You know what I'm saying? He needed a little, you know what I'm saying. So we just go ahead and pick the house up from on the low ski. Now you don't want none of that to happen, do you?
It ain't, bro. I
All
ain't
right, so
gonna let it
then
happen.
you need to go ahead and get to work,
I
bro.
ain't get on my shit. I'm gonna get
All
on my
right, get
shit,
on your
Mark.
shit. Get on your shit and stop feeling all sorry and somber for yourself. Talk about you ain't got no
That's
this
how I've
and
been
you ain't got
feeling,
no
bro. I
that.
ain't gonna lie, Mark. That's how I've been feeling, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I know.
That why I ain't
So
had that
just
same. Cause
get
I,
it,
cause
get
I
up.
was, I was hitting the streets when I was on the news, man. I was hitting the streets for the pace opportunity that I found. I was hitting the streets, but some of you always say, bro, you ain't got time to be emotional. You lose that bread, nigga. So what? You gotta get back at it. And I've been, but you guess what though? Like you said, I ain't no Chicago killer, but I'm one in training. You feel me? So
It
I'm
ain't
gonna
got
be there.
nothing to do. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
Nah,
That ain't got
I'm
shit to
fooling
do
with
with
you
it.
though.
You need to have it in you because you decided to come out here and be a entrepreneur. So
Yeah,
like all that lazy shit, you ain't like if you don't work, you don't eat. It's up to you to source the income for that truck. It's up to you to find the revenue for that truck. By any means.
sure.
This is what you wanted to do.
You all right,
This is what
sir?
you wanted to do. I ain't spent what an hour talk. I listened to all that shit you talked about. Listen, you jump all one side of the fence back over to the side of the fence. And now it's time for you to tell you get up off that all somber ass shit that you on, that lazy shit. Cause see, these motherfuckers, they not finna talk to you like that because they want you to continue to watch their channel. Me personally, I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, whether you like it or you don't like it, so you can get your ass up and do what's best for you.
You right. You right. That's why I'm
So
here, dog.
so stop making excuses. Go do what you need to do. Go find you Migo in them and get your ass out here and get it. There's no reason you should let a 44-year-old man outwork you.
Nigga, you're not outworking me, dog. Now
Bro,
I give you that. I
man,
respect.
I wish I could
That's just some
bet
hoopla
you.
shit.
I wish I could
That's
bet you,
some
but y'all
hoopla shit, man.
y'all cats on the internet, y'all don't want to pay. You
Mark,
dig what I'm
there's no
saying?
way in the fuck, dude.
So
That's what I'm
I
trying to
would
tell you.
I would bet you. I would
Man,
bet you,
listen.
but so man,
Nah,
you ain't outworking me, dog. You ain't got it in
man,
you,
you
dog.
are, man,
You ain't got
you
it
ain't
in you.
you talking about right now at this moment, bro, because this is all respect, but you a little too far removed. Like you a trader now, you an investor now, dog.
Too far
You
removed.
ain't moving.
Dog, take everything away
You
from
ain't
me.
moving, cuz.
Take everything away from me. Put me
In my situation.
put me down on the put me under your situation. You said you got 2-3 grand, put me with no grand. I'm gonna outwork you, dog.
Yeah, he gave me the dramatic pause. Okay.
Put
Check
me
this out though, Mark.
put me
Check this out
under
though, Mark.
everything. I'm coming to take what you got.
Mark,
Facts.
you ain't taking. I
And
give you that, bro. I
let
give
me
you that.
let God take everything away from me, and I ain't got shit, and I got to start over. See, I know how to get it back. I'm gonna outwork you, dog. Ain't nothing you gonna be able to do. I'm coming to
Bro,
take it all.
listen, Mark, bro.
And if I look at you like you sweet too, oh, he's sweet. He don't want to work. Yeah, we gonna come take
You
that. Let me get that.
crazy, dog.
Let
How
me
can you,
get that.
Mark?
Let me get that.
Mark,
Yeah,
Mark. I was now, granted. See, I can't even have a
yeah,
conversation with you because I'm talking
yeah,
to a mover. I'm talking to a
yeah,
mover, so you
yeah,
always gonna trump when it comes out the physical labor
yeah,
you putting out. I give you that.
yeah.
I
I'm
give
gonna
you
come
that.
get it. Messed up shoulder and all. Ain't nothing you gonna be able
Nah,
to do with me.
that
It's
shoulder
nothing
gonna
you
be
listen to me.
fucked.
It's nothing you gonna be able to do.
Man,
Man,
you
dude, you know what
crazy,
we gonna
bro.
put on this show? We're gonna put some icy. See, let me tell you what we do. I'm gonna put some icy hot on this thing. I'm gonna put my shoulder brace on. I'm gonna numb this boy every morning. I'm gonna numb it up with that icy hot, and
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
go get it. I'm gonna fuck it up even worse. If I gotta fuck it up even worse to go get that bread, then so be it.
Yeah, bro. You right, bro. Ain't no time for no excuses.
What are
I
you
gotta
talking
push it to the
about?
max.
You
I
think
gotta
that when I
push it to the
threw
max.
it, you think when I threw it out, you think I still had to work. I still had to work. You think that was it? No, it wasn't it. What was you talking about? And I was 42.
Mm, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna work harder though, for sure. I thought I was working hard. Be real with you.
What you
Shit.
talking about, boy? Coming to take your shit.
Man, you ain't taking shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Yeah,
Boy,
I don't like all that energy. I'm coming
yeah.
to take your shit.
I'm coming to
If you,
take it, bro.
shit,
I'm
if
coming
you
to
taking,
take
I'm
it.
gonna
I
get it
need
back
it.
though. I feel
It ain't
that.
gonna be for me. You gonna have to go get it for somebody else. It ain't gonna be
Nah, I
for me
feel that.
though.
You
So
ain't gonna
yeah,
take shit
you might not want
personal.
to take that bet. You might not want to
Nah,
take
bro.
that bet.
Mark, I was getting up
Yeah.
at 12. Check me
And,
out.
and,
I was getting up at 12 a.m. nighttime now, working till not getting back home till 5 p.m. So you telling me I ain't working? Like when I had the day route and the night route, and these stops now, you unloading shit. So I ain't no moving. I ain't no moving work, cause
hey
but
man,
all that lady shit.
I'm finna go watch TV or something, bro.
Get right. Go put on your
Yeah,
BML, cuz.
yeah, I watched
I
that
know.
already. I don't want to hear
I,
that shit about that
I,
backing into that doc shit, bro.
man, that ain't.
That shit.
You right, bro. I ain't even gonna.
Yeah,
You right, bro.
you keep that. You
I'm gonna
keep
call you
that.
back.
Yeah, man.
Next time we on the
Yeah.
live, I'm gonna have my shares back up. I'm looking at Nike, looking at C.H. Robinson. I'm gonna have my shares back up in my shit. Get a little fetch and get my shit back rolling.
Do what you need
Get
to
my
do,
shit back
dog.
rolling, cuz.
Get up off that soft shit, dog. We don't want to hear that.
Man,
We
I'm
don't want
trying
to
to
hear that.
schedule. Now I feel that 100%. And you already talking to the dog. You don't know yet though. But oh man, I'm trying to really tap in more often, bro. Cause I'm telling you, I'm really trying to build it out with the leads and negotiating certain situations. This shit be situational. Like it's certain shit I really can't. I mean, I figured out myself, but waiting to the call and this certain shit I need to be like, yo, what you think about this type of vibe? You know what I mean? But you ain't really fucking with the coaches no more.
Hell
Which
no. It's a
I
waste
don't
of
know
my
why.
time. Cause it's
I
just a
waste your
waste of my
time.
time. Cause man, people be calling me with man. It's like 1 out of 5 people is really worth talking to, bro. It's just a waste of time.
So you feel like this conversation is worth having? What we just had. I ain't asked you no
I
Google but
don't feel
shit.
like this conversation a waste of time, but I feel like the the major component uh, that I feel like is holding you back is the work ethic. You complaining about you be tired, so that take time away at the end of the day for you looking for shit. Man, listen, if you want to do better, then ain't no such thing as tired. When you come home, you got to look for other opportunities. You ain't making enough. You can't be like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to another $2,300 a week, another $460 a day
Nah,
per
bro.
day because I'm
Listen.
tired to go out and go on the internet and start applying for other companies. Let me just take a shower, get something to eat, and go to bed. I'll worry about it another day. That's what you want.
No, man. I'm on
Yeah, it is
Uber,
because that's
bro.
what you
No,
said.
no, 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 no. I'm telling you, when I was working
Well, here's the
the
thing. Check
day.
this out. It's Friday night. You in Tallahassee. You supposed to be out
Yep.
there right now.
I am supposed to be out
Your
there right now.
contract, your contract. Okay, so you talking to me. I'm gonna
Yeah,
hold you
yeah,
accountable.
yeah,
Your account 5 days
yeah.
a week. It's Friday night. It's people
Yep.
clubbing. It's people drunk. This is a busy night, I'm sure. Why
Yeah,
you
I
ain't
sure
out
is.
there? You
You
see what I'm
right.
saying? So you cause you tired, bro. So this is what I need you to do. I need you to go lay down. I need you to go lay down.
This nigga's full of
I
it.
need you to keep being tired. Keep being tired at 26. All right. And then and then and then when it's shit, because here's the thing, something got to change. And if what I know that you need to change don't change, that little couple grand that you sitting on left, that's gonna slowly start to dwindle away.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get to that bottom, see, I don't think you really know about that bottom. When you get
I
that
do.
bottom, that's when it seems like everything start to happen. I ain't gonna give you scenarios because I don't want to wish no bad luck on you. But you
Nah,
need
this.
to take that little 2-3 thousand that you got left, and you need to hold on to that for dear life and try to add to it. You need to be out right now. You said you do Ubering on the side. You supposed to be out there doing that shit right now. Why you sitting up here talking to me? I'm straight.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
need to
feel
be
you
out
though.
there working.
Yeah, I do. I do. I do. I do.
So why
I
you
do.
sitting here talking to me?
Nah, I was,
Cause you
I was, I
tired.
was.
You tired.
No, Mark. Bro,
Yeah.
listen, I'm wide awake. I'm about to probably apply for this shit and read their book I was reading. I ain't really necessarily tired,
Nah, nigga.
but
It's
nah,
what
check me
time
out.
is it out there, Tallahassee? You need to go out there and get it.
I do, man. But this shit busting right now too. I ain't gonna cap. But
So why are
yeah.
you sitting right here?
Nah, I mean, I had Uber. Nah, anything I say gonna be an excuse. But I just really want to get on this culture. I've been putting this out for a minute. You feel me? But I'm gonna run it up. I'm gonna run it up. I already got a little schedule. I didn't hit my mark for the week. But this Friday is crucial though. You feel me? But I want to get on the coaching though. I'm gonna be real. I want to get on the coaching shit. I wanted to tap in for a second.
Nah, man, you
But
could have tapped in from the car.
yeah, man, I'm all them drunk ass little kids and shit.
Hey, bro, that's the cost of man. You know, it is what it is. It's just, you
Nah,
know,
it would just been it would have been too much for your show, bro. Them kids be wanting me to play Little Baby and Gucci Man, and I'm out there working for the tip, so I'm gonna let it ride and shit. But I wanted to get on the call and show, bro. But nah, I hear everything you saying, bro, and I'm telling you, this is the type of mentorship I see, cause I'm an ex, athlete, meaning so all that shit you talking about taking my shit, I hear you and shit, but I'm just gonna rise to the challenge. So thank you for that motivation, but ain't no 40, however old 44 gonna motherfucking ain't gonna
just don't ever,
motherfucking. Nah,
just
I mean,
don't
I'm
ever,
fucking with
don't
you
ever,
though.
don't ever put
I'm fucking
yourself
with
in
you.
that situation. Just pray that I don't ever get in that situation where you to see that.
Nah, I feel you though, man.
I'm coming to get it, dog. I need it. I need it all.
I feel you. Hey, look, so I'm gonna ask you this on the side tip. On the side tip, if you was 26, how much money every month do you think is a good amount to invest in stocks per se? I would say stocks, crypto, whatever security
Depending
you
on how much you
want to go in.
making, I can't really answer that. It all depends on how much you make.
Now I feel, but I feel you on that. But like, what's a like a baseline amount a month for disposable income? 1,000 a month, 2,000, like regardless of what you gross. And let's say like, what's a good mark that you would think for a 26-year-old to be invested into the markets every month?
Maybe a couple grand.
A couple, like two, three.
Yeah, like $100
I gotta
a day.
work. I gotta get my ass off the phone with you and do this
Yeah,
2 to 5 session.
pretty
I
much.
gotta get these motherfuckers out to the club because shit, at my peak I was doing
You
two.
26. So 26, you supposed to
Yeah.
be living at home with your parents. If you working and you making a couple $100 a day, you should be able to take 100 of that and put it in to the market. You still living at home. I wouldn't be, to me personally, I wouldn't at 26, I wouldn't be living on my own. I would still be at the crib.
I mean, yeah, for the most, like I ain't even got no personal items here. This just I'm just staying here because it's open, but I usually rent my crib out for
Yeah, I
majority
would
of the
be at the
year.
crib. I would be at the crib still. I wouldn't really be having all that access. I would be working really hard and investing the rest, a nice portion of it. So at least $150 to $100 a day
For
will,
sure.
will go into an investment, and the rest would, I would just keep and save. So I mean that's easy.
Yeah,
You
I
should
mean
be
if I'm
doing
making
that.
them,
You should be doing that now. But you
yeah,
got to make more money. You ain't making enough money, dog.
I ain't, but I will though. I
You gotta
will.
get out there and get it, man. Go out there and make some money right now. You ain't doing nothing.
Damn, sure I got my feet crossed.
Yeah, you tired, bro. So I'm gonna let you go to
Bruh,
bed, bro, because you,
shit.
you tired,
I'm
man.
I'm I'm gonna let you go to bed with all that yawning and shit, man. Cause you
Hey man,
44.
I'm
I'm gonna let
straight.
you go ahead. I'm gonna let
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and turn it in for the night. Nah, I'm fucking with you though. But nah, for sure, I definitely appreciate the game, bro. Cause you definitely one of the real ones, and I know that cause, like I said, I read a lot of autobiographies and interviews and about wealth and shit, and everything you say is right on the head. So appreciate you for the game, brother. Appreciate you for the
All right,
game.
man. It's all good, dog. All right. Stay tapped in.
For sure. Peace out,
All
out.
right, man. Let
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So that concludes this show for tonight. Hope everybody enjoy your night. Be safe out there. Until next time, peace.